here we go. Oh, we're here. Oh my God, we're live on the internet. We're back. We just did this, you guys, for 42 hours.
Did what? I didn't do a single thing. I did not play as a wizard.
That's true.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's true. Imagine the 42-hour Dragonfly marathon. When do we get there? Eventually, we'll have enough players, right?
Oh my.
I mean, I'm up for like a solid 10 hours straight myself. I feel like we could do it.
Okay, I'll note it.
But you are human, so
yeah, I guess I met my limit with that 41-hour marathon. For anybody who doesn't know, we just did a 41-hour marathon stream. I'm gonna say it one more time. 41-hour marathon stream. We're still pretty, I at least will speak for myself, I'm still pretty high on that, right? Like the endorphins are going good. Yeah.
Most of us played like Troy, you DM'd and played. I DM'd and played, but you played and DM'd twice in this band. Yeah. While also making sure that the whole thing didn't come crumbling down. Well.
It was delightful. Look at this. Look at all our friends are in the chat. Look, it's P Man. Kevin is here.
Everybody.
Micah. Gosh, hello. I'm still so impressed that we did that. But thank you for the numbers, Pia. Stack the Philly fam numbers in the chat. I'll take it, man. Whatever we can
Folly
get.
fam.
Yeah.
Folly Philly.
Give the Philly a
Give Philly a
Give
folly.
Philly a folly.
That was me never being up at no, this was during the Adam session. No, was it? Which session was it? Were you playing at that time?
I don't know.
I think it was the Adam session. And maybe it was in between. I don't know. But it was.
But I misspelled James. It was a classic Philly typo.
Yeah,
actually.
that's great.
I said folly.
Yeah.
Give folly a
Taylor
Philly.
jumped all over it.
Yeah,
that's a funny typo. I was
LOL.
folly fam. And then Brenna came up with the beautiful give Philly a folly.
Give Philly a folly.
Yeah.
Yes. I missed it in the
good.
real time.
Oh, Mika remembers it was during the Troy session.
There you go.
Of course. A lot of wild things happened in the Troy session. Okay,
Troy, I recounted the whole tale of what happened to Andromeda's Vesk in the Troy session today, and I don't know if I've ever been that happy retelling a story. And I don't even know. It was I got to the point of the thunder step. I'm jumping up and down, man. I was so excited. What a good time. What a good time we had, you guys. And so much good was done. Where were we at with our ultimate tally? We were well over 6,000.
I think it's 6,600 something.
600.
Close to that.
6666. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're
666.
I thought it was 62. I mean, we're more than twice what we raised last time. It's just astounding. All of you guys out there in the chat who participated. What an incredible thing. What a hell of a job. That was cool.
Yeah, I think the next incentive should be if we can raise $6,666 that we'll summon another Glabrezu and we all have to fight it in real life.
Hey! That may be much more relevant than it sounds right now. Next weekend, teaser, I guess. How about that?
Oh. Okay, that's not ominous in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Hey, scary. So tonight we get together and we hang out and play Dragonfly, where we have an incredible cast of an incredible number of people, most of whom are not here because life is happening. But don't tell the others. I got the best three, so I'm feeling it. Is Melissa out there? She's not watching us, right? I could say that. Yeah,
she will.
Yeah. We love you, Melissa. We miss Doc. We know you have the stats. You're actually the best one. So, how you guys feeling? Are you ready for it? It's been a little while since we played Dragonfly. We took last week off in preparation for marathon things. We did a short little chill chat. Yeah.
I think I'm ready, but I'm not going to lie. I'm slightly concerned at both where I know the story is going based on what was set up last time and the current head count on the call. So
yeah, it's there's just a bunch of guards barreling towards you. If you just what is the storyline reason? They're we're gonna go to the ship
I think we're gonna figure that out.
Lex has
pretty
evasive
quickly.
maneuvers.
Evasive maneuver.
Everyone else slides off the ship, and it's just the three of us left.
Let's lock ourselves
Yes.
in a newsroom.
Oh,
That's a
don't
way
do
of
this to me,
plan.
Grace. Don't do it to me, Grace. It feels like it's been forever though, because I'm like, wait, what's my character's name? I'm like pulling up my character sheet. I'm like, am I Rhea?
Nope, not today.
Reginald Fry.
Got it. Oh, he's
All
been
those
recast.
different rolling
I was gonna
R's.
say,
Recast.
I don't have
I gotta
to-
pick a new character.
I don't have to do your voice when you're not here anymore now, Troy. That's gonna be like Taylor's gig.
Taylor has
Incredible.
to be here though. You too.
All right, we're here. I'm here. I'm ready. I'm hyped. I'm stoked. It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
Until it's not.
I'm hyped and stoked, and we'll see what I figured out to get us out of this scenario that we're in. But it'll be great. I'm sure it'll be great. Yeah, is there anything else we should be like talking about or going over like before we get started? Like we could sit here clearly for 3 hours and just talk about the marathon, but that's not this night. That'll be a different.
Can
time.
I actually?
Yeah.
Can I have I have a connective question?
Yeah, connective
with the
question.
marathon. Was it a fever dream or did old Ben show up in the marathon?
It just was a moment where I spoke, I believe, as Old Ben. I think Old Ben's voice transcended space and time to like make an appearance in the marathon, but he certainly
The Death Knight showed up. And
Yeah.
was like, "Oh,
Well, I'll be honest with you, Diamond Kid. I'm here to smite you. I really was done living, but then they raised me up.
we gotta clip that, and we gotta send it to
I'm here to spite you.
I'll be honest with you,
if-
Bite. I
if
thought you were going to be a
anything
lot
is
more trouble
taken
than
out
this.
Can't do
Vince,
it.
but I'm gonna you need to be on my cameo, but just as this old Ben.
We need cameo for
Just
characters.
say today, I need you to, get old Ben to send Lolly a birthday.
I'm down. If there's a business opportunity there, I'm going for it.
Seriously, cameo as your characters, Rich. Oh my gosh,
Or OnlyFans.
millions.
Good, Melissa got here in
Oh.
time to not hear what the bad stuff I said about Doc.
Just like immediately went to the smut.
Yeah, we're just instantly right there.
Old
Doc
Ben.
is here.
They're gonna kill me. Oh
Oh.
gosh. Ooh.
Yeah, if there's anything that we know out of every session from here on out is no matter what happens, we're fighting a whole army of, sea folk. Like, old Ben needs to, he needs to just be kept in, Jake's shell, until the end of
That's it.
time.
Jake, you're just
That's
here. You're just here to protect old Ben. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Never leave.
Well.
Never leave him alone.
Well, old Ben, he was not really at Merkhold, but he is in the Dragonfly, where we'll find you guys tonight. Is there any kind of homework, any bookkeeping we need to go over? We finally got our treasure pretty well sorted out.
I think so.
Mhm.
I also we did a thing. You may tell us this, but we still haven't long rested. Is that the case, or did we long rest just before we went
No.
down? No, we still haven't long rested. Okay, great, perfect.
Short rested. You very
and we
much
just
were
fought, too.
we're very much we should maybe long rest, and we're all we should
No.
short.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Poor
We
Reggie.
rolled some hit die.
Poor Reggie
okay, all good.
was
All good. I
advocating
will
for
keep
the
my
long
character
rest.
sheet intact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if there's nothing else, then I guess we get back to space. So I think that the camera opens on the lapping of the waves. We just see the cresting of the white caps on the kind of gray-green surf. And I think as the sound comes in, we hear the crashing of the waves on shore. And the camera starts to pull back a bit. We see the water lapping up on this kind of pebbled beach. All of these small stones, a sort of myriad of shades of grays and browns and blacks and whites, marbled and cracked, some smooth, some sharp. shells intermixed with them, broken and filled to their entirety. And I think that we see like a foot like crash down into the pebbles, and it's a large, round, green foot with these 3 nails. And as the camera kind of pitches up, we see the foot leads into a leg and another, and then we see the green legs leading up to this kind of yellow, bright yellow, like shell, striped and marbled. And so it's obviously a turtle that we see standing here with this greenish kind of skin and this bright yellow tiger striped almost shell. And I think as he's walking up this pebbled beach, he's pulling behind him this boat. And the camera pulling back further, we see nets and oars and coils of rope, baskets with kind of fish flapping in them. And we hear a voice like, how'd you make out? And I think the turtle like turns, kind of looking off screen, like, good haul today. And I think his head like tilts, like looking up, like past the camera, out of frame, right? And we start to kind of rotate around behind him, the camera like following his gaze up, where we see in the foreground a dwarf on the beach who's walking towards him in the ship. But in the distance are these kind of rolling hills covered in green grass, dotted with trees in these very kind of clean lines, following a twisting sort of path, a road off the top of this hillside. And far in the distance, a mile or 2 away, it's quite small as we see it, but still the details clear, is a large sort of like manor house, white stucco, and I think we could see the like red tiled roof reflecting the sunlight, like this clear clarity against the bright blue sky to either sides of it. And I think we see this turtle like turn to the dwarf, the camera focusing back in on the pair of them, and he's like, what do you think she does up there all day? All these years, month after month, year after year. Well, I've never seen sight of her. Have you? And I think the dwarf just shakes his head like, I don't know. Whatever it is, though, she keeps us fed and clothed. She keeps coin flowing through her hands. And she keeps the worst of the troubles at bay. It's a harder life further away you get from here, I'll tell you that much, friend. And the turtle just kind of like nods his head like, if you say so. And I think that just quietly the camera kind of like pans away from them, like leading up, trailing up, kind of closing in closer on this house as it sits on the top of these rolling hills. And I think the closer we get to it, we see small kind of like village down by the water, houses scattered up the length of the road. And as the camera kind of like lingers, kind of circling around this house, we see this like manor in this very Mediterranean style, vines kind of growing up over all of it, like just a regal amount of kind of flora, these magnificent, gigantic flowers blooming off of some of the plants, trees with these strange fruit hanging down all around in the back. And in a quick sweep, I think the camera like lifts and all we see again is the ocean. And we focus in on it, hearing the sound of like the lapping waves, to where we pitch back up and we just see the sight of the dragonfly, the green glass in the front of the cockpit, like the eyes of the insect, the wings hammering as it like hovers along, pitched forward over the surface of the waves, racing. And in the distance behind, we see what looks like at least a dozen of these Quetzalcoatlus, these large, like flying reptiles with kobolds, and some with larger figures, like straddled on their backs, flying fast. And so we zoom into the cabin of the ship, where I think we see the 3 of you, your allies, kind of running around, trying to make sense of what's happening here. Asturia's like, what did you guys do down there?
Started a rebellion, maybe? We don't know. Made friends. And, doesn't matter.
Yeah, also enemies.
Yep, that too.
It is less important what we did down there. It's more important what we're doing up here. We're being chased. How close are they?
We gotta go.
I think
Evasive maneuver.
How many of them are chasing? Do we know?
you see like a dozen of them, right?
Oh,
And I think Jake is probably at the helm, right? And he's like,
Jake!
all right. Evasive maneuvers.
I don't mean to push you, please, but
And I think
us
Doc
outta
is like
here.
standing at the side of the thing,
more
like
hair.
waffle, just like, Doc's like, Jake, we've got to go. And Jake's like, I'm on it. And with that, like, ship pitches like hard, the lot of you like sliding to one side, like grabbing at the handholds up above as you've grown accustomed in these past weeks, and the ship races on, like cutting up towards the clouds. And I think Jake's like, let's see how high they can go. Low? Should I go low? Is this wrong?
Do whatever you need to
Okay.
get us out of here.
And I think like the ship like pitching up high into the wind. So yeah, what do the three of you do to the back?
I have like no spells left. I mean, there is a ballista up there.
Yeah.
We,
Grab whatever you can. Let's get to the top. We need to defend the ship. I need like a horn or something. I really do.
I think the badman's like, why aren't we leaving again? Can't we just leave?
I don't have the time to explain this to you, but essentially, there's an entire society of people that is being oppressed, and that in order to look, we believe that we can. Goodness, I'm just so nervous. It's just so difficult to explain this.
Don't worry about talking. Grab your weapons and let's get to the deck.
I am my own weapons. And he like follows you up to the deck.
Rhea follows as well.
Oh, so all three of you like race up to the deck, right?
Yeah.
And I think as you guys are up here on the deck, like you see like in the distance, they're like trying to like close with you, and like Jake is pitching upwards higher and higher, and the kind of clouds start like cutting around you. The sight like to them in the back is like beginning to diminish as you're like dipping up into the clouds. They're probably about like 400 or 500 feet away. Does one of you want to like do anything?
500 feet away, huh?
Not if I don't have to.
Okay.
100.
Are they closing?
So I think that as like Jake is pulling up into the clouds, it like looks like they're like losing distance as he's gaining like vertical height. Like they can't climb as fast as the ship can, and you start to like lose sight of them in the clouds, right?
That said, I will begin to use the cantrip Shape Water to freeze some of the precipitation in the clouds to hopefully create a hail screen.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I dig it. Okay. So I think as we see the professor like at the back of the ship, the wind like whipping the collar of his coat, flapping up against his neck, as he's like holding the decoder, one hand like moving, calling out this conjuration, and we see like the precipitation like crystallize and form like this block of ice like falling away behind you, and I think in the distance you're like, and so the ship is like cutting through the wind. And I think that, probably you would hear like the call from like down one of the hatches down in the cargo area, like, just like, we're getting close to those islands you were looking for. I thought perhaps, what's that? Yes, I hear you. I'll tell them. The doctor says that Perhaps maybe we want to drop the 3 of you off there and we'll try to lure the rest away.
That sounds like a good idea.
That's a good plan.
The 3 of us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're already
the only
up
ones-
there is all. They thought you could get
Yeah.
off the ship real quickly.
We're the only ones who came up here for a fight, so
Yeah.
Well,
We're
yes,
ready.
but very well. Split the party, no problem. Of course, that's the correct tactical
That's the
decision when
spirit.
under immense
Let's
combat
go.
and about to face an enemy.
The Asterius pops their head up out of the back I can fly, so I'm staying with the flying ship. That seems to make the most sense.
Oh, that's good to know.
Do you have a pamphlet? Do you have a diplomacy
Do you
pamphlet?
need
I can have?
one?
Just in
The
case.
annoying old
And
man made copies, and I think
Yeah, and I'll trade a Clancy.
it's like a pamphlet exchange with that. And so you guys cling on the top of the ship. You're cutting through the clouds, right? Your clothes beginning to kind of accumulate moisture just from all of the humidity stuck in the air around you.
It is a bit cold up here, up in the clouds. Yes. Okay. Yes, just stay out here. No problem.
Well, I have fur, so. But, yes, I get
Fur
for
soap?
you. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
So first.
let's go down and there's got to be a better way to get dropped off probably than being up here. I don't think we need to. That was really cool, Professor. Good job. Let's go. Let's go down below.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have to freeze up here. I think you did a good job.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think we have time for some tea? No,
You
I'm
could
getting
start
a no.
boiling
That's
the-
fine.
yeah.
Well,
It's
no,
totally
and
okay.
we
I
might
asked-
because it was a couple hours,
Nope,
right?
It's fine. I
No,
asked
I
the
think we
question.
do. I think we do. Because it's a couple hours, I think.
It was some hours worth of travel, but you were already quite a ways there as you had stopped here, and you're not going all the way as far back because you were gonna meet Reese somewhere else, right?
Yeah.
So I think that as you come back down into the deck of the ship, there's a good deal of commotion up in the cabin. Everybody seems to be clustered up there. I think Doc is probably pestering Jake more evasive, and so I think that Jake's this looks like where we're headed here. I'll bring it down in real fast. And you guys are dropping down out of the clouds suddenly. And as you're kind of peering through the portholes in the back, you don't see anyone coming or pursuing you really close. But ultimately there's this series of islands that are very jagged and kind of sharp. They have these really steep edges compared to the others that seem more worn and eroded. And so, yeah, I think that there's a moment of somebody, probably Doc, would come back with one of the 2 sending stones and be here, one of you should take this.
Oh, that's smart. I shouldn't hold on to that.
Well,
I could.
okay, here, you.
Yeah. I'll take.
Yeah.
I jump around a lot. That's just gonna fly somewhere.
Yeah,
I'm
I
never
got
gonna
healing,
find it
so
again.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I've not been known to place things in a consistent place from time to time.
And so I think with that, Doc shoves the stone in your hand that is just I'll make sure that everybody's all right. We'll try to lure them away. Just let us know how things go and what we should do, when we should come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Do you want my axe? Do you need this axe? Just. Okay.
Axe?
I
I don't know. I just.
have 2,
Okay,
so
okay.
I think I'm good.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to use it if I did, so
You just kind of swing with it.
Well, it's a little more
Just-
involved than that, but okay. And so I think the ship it drops down lightly. The feet just touching the deck is kind of already lowering itself down. And you see out of the back of the cabin as the deck is lowering this really stony kind of island. There's a little bit of undergrowth, this sort of crabgrass almost, and reeds growing up all over the place around you. And yeah. With that, The three of you could scurry
Yeah.
off if you so choose.
I think Lux, like, excitably, as usual, is like, let's go! Oh, hurry! Let's go! Come on! Run,
Rhea's
run,
only
run!
like slightly disappointed. Like she thought they were gonna get to like jump off the side of the ship.
Yeah,
As it was like
right.
swooshing.
I
we would
do
leap
think
off.
I do think Reginald is like following Lux's energy, and I probably Reyes too is like running out like the backdrop of the ship before it's fully down.
Yeah.
Right. So there's just like a leap and a kadoosh,
Yeah.
down onto the ground.
It's not quite like the 30-foot drop, right? It's like it's only a couple of feet up over the ground as you're like skimming along. But a lot of you all like jump. Should I make you roll dexterity checks to see if you land on your
I was
feet?
gonna say I wanted Ray to do a
Yeah.
cool like
Already
somersault.
pulling
Yeah, I
up
was gonna
my
say, Lux
character
totally
sheet.
tries to do like a somersault with like a 3
Give me
point
acrobatics
landing.
checks or dexterity checks, whatever you got there. 10. Yeah, there you go.
Have
You
fun.
don't like fall on your head,
Thanks.
Professor. Rhea, it's rough. It's a rough landing. Furbolg's not known for their gymnastics. I think it's one of these like you come out like you're like staggering forward with the and it just like
We compete in the Olympics, but we always are last.
Yeah, Professor like reaches over and like helps pick her up and is like, we must go. We must get into cover before we're seen.
Did it look cool though? Sorry, yeah. Okay, no, let's go.
It was something.
And so with that, the three of you like hit the ground. You're watching the kind of dragonfly like lift up and begin to rise away. And I think in the distance, amidst like the kind of ever persistent crashing of the waves onto the shore of this little island, you hear the like the cry of these like strange flying reptiles, and I think you see the like dragonfly like pitch hard around and go almost like zooming back where it came from, and as you just are like catching sight of these like guards from Waroto chasing you, like in the distance, they're just kind of like becoming clear high up in the sky near the cloud cover. You see the dragonfly like race underneath them, and a lot of them start to like pitch and chase your friends in the ship off to parts unknown, leaving the three of you,
All of them.
all of them,
Good job.
leaving
That was smart.
the three of you on this relatively barren little island, where you're about like halfway up what looks like this old worn kind of like path in the like cliffside, right? So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I guess first look around for peanut butter yogurt.
Yeah.
Okay, as you start like
And also cover, just in case like
Yes.
any of these like dinosaur things or bird-like reptiles come and hunt us down.
so there's like a good deal of like undergrowth like down lower by the bank, if you head down this path, but higher up on like the high plateau of the island you see like a few stunted trees that have enough of a canopy you think you could get down underneath them. Yeah. So I think actually like it's the two birds. As you see like the cover up top, you will probably see the like blue hair and the kind of greenish blue skin of Rhys-Dranon as he like emerges out of like the shadows underneath the trees, and he kind of like gestures the lot of you over to him.
Am I remembering correctly? Did the last time we see him was he on that thing and then it was being attacked by people? Was that the last thing?
You guys were all on that island, and it was like being attacked. Yeah, as you guys were flying away. Yep. And
But
And
he
we
had already left by that
He had,
point.
like,
It's
dipped
that
and
he was
gone
going to
underwater.
rendezvous with us.
Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rish, yeah, it's good to see you. You're here.
Yeah, and so he like calls. Oh, geez, I have you guys set on the map layer. How about that?
Yeah,
So he
I was gonna say.
calls over to you. He's like, "Here, come on. In case they come back."
I hope everything's okay with our change of plans. We didn't want you to be the caught off guard, caught unawares.
Who was that? You had contact me.
It was a person
Fair.
named Aferis. I believe the Wise, perhaps.
Yeah.
The wizard.
Really, really just kind of a. He's fine.
Big Tim energy, just sort of big, almost antlers, or that's all I remember. Honestly, I don't think of faces very much, just his arcane abilities.
Yeah.
I think Reese nods well.
Work with that, Rich. Work with
Well,
it.
He's a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you sent some kind of word. You've stirred up quite a hornet's nest since your arrival. The Sahagwin well, they've kicked up quite a stir under the waves.
Mm-hmm.
They swarmed Totomi after you killed their scion.
Yeah, that guy was loud.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But should we apologize for that?
No.
I guess I'm.
I don't believe so. No, I just merely mean to convey what I've seen since we parted.
Yeah, I think we also may have started like a rebellion in Waroto, which is kind of cool.
What?
Minor
Yeah,
insurrection.
Well,
it's gonna be slow going.
it's gotta be big.
But
The
Change
kobold.
starts with a single person.
Mhm.
He says, well, I wasn't anticipating it, but when I received your message, I looked for the brighter side of it. The fact is that if the Sahagwin have their eyes turned towards rebellion in Waroto, while they're also scouring for you, they're going to be distracted.
Yeah.
Well, that was certainly our strategy, right? One cannot be in two places at the same time.
And they're hunting a new friend? Question mark. The war beam.
owns
Yeah.
a gem shop. Yeah.
The jeweler?
Yeah, the
Yep.
jeweler. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he goes by Warbeam. Yeah, he fought so many of them with us. So, and one of them died. So, yeah.
I think
Hope he made it out
I
alive.
think he's just looking at you I've had some cause over the years to sneak into Waroto in the dark of night. I'm of course not welcome there, but I've dealt with the dwarf before. A cantankerous
Did you meet
sort.
the guy at the Emporium?
Oh, yes, of course. That old
He's with
coot.
us now.
Wait, he's what?
He's on our ship.
Yeah,
cooking.
used to be Zrock? Is it?
Zrak.
Zrak.
Some
Now he's Ben.
Drox.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've
Goes by Ben.
I don't believe.
Willingly. We didn't
Yeah,
kidnap
yeah.
him or
It's not
anything.
like
no,
an-
no,
yeah.
no.
I was going to say
No.
kobolds are not.
Yeah, we invited
pets.
him.
Transitions are difficult, but when one experiences a change of fortune, a change of place, it's an opportunity to redefine yourself in a way. And he's doing it.
Yeah.
I suppose there is truth to that.
So you think they're distracted enough?
I think they're certainly
Yeah.
distracted. The other Tritons. I met with those whom I could, those close. They're going to use this opportunity to try to lure as many away as they can from the gate.
From the gate, yes.
Yeah.
This leaves us.
Remind me, could you, if you would, what exactly are the capabilities of this gate?
Of course.
Yeah.
We should start at the beginning, I presume. He says, we first came here from the elemental plane of water. Deep underneath the surface of the waves, there is a portal that connects this world to that realm. That is ever how we traveled, back and forth. Many of us were not full-time residents here, from what I understand, but that was a different time. It was nothing. Just swim through, return to the great cities of our kin in that world. We were not prepared when the Sahagwin came. He says, long have we warred with them in that realm. My kin, well, they take great pride and virtue in themselves as stalwart defenders against the tide of evil that would overtake the other worlds if we did not fight. But they were not prepared. The Sahagwin took the entrance, and none of us have been able to travel back and forth freely ever since. That was hundreds of years ago. And that was the beginning of the collapse. They came in legion and mass. They brought with them strange creatures, aberrations. There was some whisper of their alliances with other entities with psychic abilities, like the Scion whom you killed. Allies stronger than themselves that equipped them with the tools they needed to overpower us quickly and decisively, such that we were never able to regain our footing again. You know of the five, of course. I mean, he chuckles like, you're the ones with the ship, of course you do.
A refresher, just in case anyone is not amongst the four of us, perhaps is not.
In the beginning,
well
he
versed.
says, when the worlds were not connected as they are now, but distant, separate places with no knowledge of one another, there came five. So says the legend. They were the first to travel between worlds, to travel through the sea of stars above.
Yeah, it should have been 6.
Clancy, of course.
Yeah.
Well,
He had a greater purpose,
he's like, just nods, like, I've heard. And I think he just says, the whole tale is long. Not one for recounting now, but suffice to say that among them, they spread knowledge, they changed the way civilizations interacted with one another. They opened the eyes of many worlds to the fact that none were alone, that all could reach others, and they left behind them the tools for those who would come after them. Cerelia, in the beginning, was not much. The kobolds on the islands above had little to do with us, and we had not found good means of interaction with them, but it was with the coming of one of the five, Hux, the goblin, the engineer. He taught them a great deal of building, mechanics, magitech, all manner of these things. And it was with their ascension to a higher form of learning that we finally were able to bind our cultures and find a way to operate harmoniously. They are here on the surface, we below the waves, but we maintained trade, good relations, we worked together to ensure the preservation of the world. The Sahagwin coming, well, they killed most of us off and enslaved them. The reason that I'm talking about all this is because there are relics, old things left behind from that former time. The portal lies deep beneath the ocean, underneath the Tower of Tieflings. Not far between there and Totomi itself. They have corrupted it, and they guard it studiously. But I can say this. My task, and Embenea is with me, before she was gone, was to monitor, to watch. It's fine. Let's not dwell.
Yeah. No dwellings.
Our job
So
was to watch. And I can tell you this, that with each passing year they grow more and more lackadaisical. Their power is so certain, so assured that they have no meaningful threat. Their guards spend day after day there with little to nothing to do. They expect no attack. They will expect no attack, for they know that we are grievously outnumbered and we will not throw ourselves away to die. So,
Well,
How many guard the portal now?
I can't be certain how many there are. Usually no more than a half a dozen of the Sahagwin themselves. They have sharks, of course, with them, other creatures. It would be dangerous.
Yeah. But some of them you could, your friends, the other Tritons, they could lure some of them away.
Yes, and then there's the matter of the apparatus.
I'm sorry. Sharks. You mentioned sharks. Please go back to sharks. Are these the kind with the pointy teeth
Rows
and all that
of
sort?
them, yes, rows of razor-sharp teeth like saws that could cut through iron. That are able to chew through the bones of the Giga whale, who they say has more iron in its skeletal structure than one would mine deep at the bottom of the ocean surface. They are some large enough to swallow you whole, actually, yes.
Yeah, Reggie, I want to go back to the apparatus. I think that would be great if we could. I would prefer a full dinner rather than just an apparatus. I'm quite hungry. It's been a very long day. If we could rest too.
We should. Let's sit and rest. There is no rush here. Your friends seem to have the guards in hand.
So maybe I'm missing something, but what exactly is our goal?
It appears that our goal, perhaps, is to liberate the portal, allow access to our friends, and destabilize the Hasagwin.
I really want to know, but I made a stupid joke, and I can't go back now. I really want to know what this apparatus does.
What? I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on sharks. So
I'm still stuck on sharks.
I don't even know what we're doing.
We got to deal with the apparatus.
We'll get back.
I'm trying to figure out. I think the stream might have crashed, and I'm trying to determine if that occurred. I don't know how we made it through 41 hours with no issues.
Okay.
Are we good?
No,
I refreshed it. It was frozen. I refreshed it, and it seems to be working fine.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. We're on the internet.
We're
Well,
okay.
we are in the internet. I think we're back. I think we had a hiccup and it restarted, but I think we're back. I'm going to have to figure this out because this was the second time this week, but nonetheless.
Okay, so our goal is to.
Yes.
I mean, I owe it to them. I owe it to reach to help them out.
Yeah.
So, I think it's just clearing the path so they can take back the portal.
I think he says,
that-
you're very competent combatants. Clearly, you fought off the Scion, the Chokers of Chitomi. You were able to defeat Embanea. You're clearly capable, and if you're willing to use your swords and your spells. I pointed out immediately because she... Look. Her death either would have been from old age or at the hands of our most grievous enemy. And in truth, a part of me is glad that she was put to her rest by the hands of people with at least enough character to try to make right a wrong that they have committed over a misunderstanding, rather than to be defeated by the enemy whom she spent her life battling.
In a way, it has brought us together, and I think among the many things that my colleagues and I share is a respect for most of the people that we find in combat, and Imbanea had certainly earned that respect. And I'm not certain that the Sahagwin that we are to face are worthy of such respect, but they are at very least worthy of the fury that we will rain down upon them. I'm not sure if it rains underwater. By the way, is this is underwater? Is this? I guess we should perhaps figure that out. Mm-hmm. And also, you mentioned an apparatus, but perhaps we'll get back to that.
So he just smiles, nodding, yes. Are you hungry? You said you're hungry. Are you hungry? Food, drink.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he like gestures and he like sits down on the ground. He crosses his legs. He takes out this kind of gray pack that is made of like what looks like some type of like sea creature skin, right? He opens it up and he takes out of it a whole bunch of fish and yeah. And then he's got like a bladder that's got like this strange twisted top, and he's like fresh water. Like sets it down in between the lot of you. And he's like, yes, the portal is underwater. It's deep underwater, many, many, many hundreds of feet. You clearly are not as well equipped as I or my kin to go down there, which leads me to the apparatus. It has long since lain dormant and abandoned. It was a thing that Hux built for the kobolds in the beginning. It was last left in the Tiefling Tower, placed there amongst a number of other items during the descent. When the Sahagwin first attacked, we defended as best we could for as long as we could. I say we, I was not there. I mean my ancestors, of course, but nonetheless. In the ruins beneath that place, you will find it. And I think he looks at you, Lux, like,
That's insane.
you're the pilot?
Yeah. You.
Well, your doc there, she showed me much of the mechanisms of your ship, the Zeri engine in particular. It gave me a better understanding of how that thing worked. I'm confident that if we could retrieve it, it could operate, and you would be able to...
It's like a ship that like goes underwater.
A ship might be a bit of a stretch, but it is a vessel, a vehicle.
Submarine.
That's the coolest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Doc's gonna freak out. Oh my goodness. And you said Hux built this thing?
That is the legend, as it was.
Holy moly.
I think Reginald's like looking over at Rhea as if to be like, you've heard of things like this before, right? Like this isn't like the most amazing thing you've ever heard of, right?
Yeah, underwater. Yeah, I feel like Yeah. Yeah. It's like a submarine.
DM, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like it's entirely possible that like some sort of submersible vessel exists in a world that some of us have been exposed
Sure,
to.
yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Lux never. Nope.
Yeah, no.
Nope.
Reggie,
never.
just some people are like, have hobbies, so they get really into things. So like this could just be Lux's thing. Don't.
No, I just didn't know that was a thing. People didn't know was a thing.
Some people have hobbies,
by the
some
way,
people have religion. Yeah.
I think like Reginald like starts to whisper to Rhea a little bit more and is like, by the way, about, and then he kind of like looks over and realizes like there's just like four of us here and we're all like really close together. He's like, I'll save it for later. We'll talk about it later. It's fine.
I think I think Reese says a lot of you look rather battered, bedraggled.
I'm sorry?
You look rather battered, bedraggled.
Yeah.
It seems as though you've been through quite a bit since we parted. Have you had any rest?
Oh, is that a word you didn't know, Reggie? Bedraggled? Some people don't know everything,
I was simply responding to the fact that our good friend here welcomed us with an assessment of our togetherness. I feel rather together.
And I got a couple bumps and bruises. I do. I feel like I look a little bedraggled, so I think that's fair. We were just in a big bar fight, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's started a rebellion. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if
Well,
that started the rebellion.
Yeah,
but it
funnily
certainly
enough,
stirred
they're like-
things up.
Yeah, they're not really even linked, really.
No.
I had absolutely nothing to do with it.
Of course not.
Mm.
I did not.
We were actually defending your honor, Professor.
Were
Yep.
you?
Yep.
I had
Yeah.
in what way?
There was those big bullies.
The big bullies.
That we ran into, like the blackguard or whatever. They like came up and like started like, talking shit. We were like, "Yo, screw you guys!" And then,
yeah, we did. And then we murdered one of them.
Yeah. But we fixed it.
You dispatched of one of the gift brutes.
Well, we fixed it.
Yeah.
We knocked them out, and they ran away like scared little babies.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I am both incredibly heartwarmed and in some ways jealous that I was not there to witness it myself. I must apologize on behalf of my people or those people.
No.
They're a foul representation of what GIF can be.
Well, clearly. I mean, look at you. Like, these guys are total jerk butts. That was terrible. They were so mean. It was really nice. I shot from like really far away, and he was hiding in like a group of people.
It was actually spectacular. How he is so big and he hid in the crowd so well.
Really well.
Really?
You know, I get on you sometimes, Reggie, but you're no jerk butt. You know.
No.
I am no jerk butt. Thank you. And Rhea, though I do not understand your religion, I understand it has great meaning to you, and I respect that immensely, as well as the incredible powers that you can bring to bear with your allegiance to Clancy.
Oh my God, you don't understand. Do you need a pamphlet? I've had so many. You should have asked so long ago.
Well, perhaps we could just discuss this with all. The thing I was going to mention to you earlier was I have read the pamphlet. I've read it many times. I am well aware.
I don't understand. Do you maybe you could give me some like editor's notes or something that needs to be cleaned up at all?
Well, I did find a typo halfway through when I wasn't going to mention anything, but
could be the Furbolg way of spelling something. You don't know. Actually, you probably do know. It's probably a typo.
Well, I hadn't considered that. I wasn't going to say anything, of course.
Was that what you were trying to whisper to me?
Oh, no. Not at all. I was simply saying that the story of the five, it is well known. I of course know the story. I find it interesting to have others, such as our good friend here, Rhys Drannon, tell us in their own words. Sometimes people are told different stories, and it gives us insight into their culture and way of being.
It's true. You know, there's Clancyites and there are Dasher clips. There's a huge disparity in what people think. Some people, to me, like I said, Clancy should have been on the ship, but he wasn't, and he had a greater purpose. Some people think, though, they need to seek out revenge on those who slighted him. Same story, and yet there's two different outcomes.
You have proven my point with an incredible example. What about you, Lux? Do you believe that Clancy was destined for greater things, or that vengeance is required?
Oh no, I think that Clancy was probably destined for better things, for sure. I think that just living, your life with like anger and like it's just like super unhealthy. And like my parents told me that like you shouldn't like hold grudges and stuff. And like I think I do pretty well for the most part. But like when people are like mean and like those other guys, like those like blackguard guys, like clearly they have something going on and like a big old chip on their shoulders. But like I think that Clancy probably had he'd missed the ship for a reason and had something else to do.
Yeah. Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
that's why we're here.
By my understanding, there was records of Clancy in the Hall of the Tieflings. There were a great many orbs stored there for a time. I can't be sure. I would imagine most of them are long since discarded, scattered, but there were many records.
How do we get over there to that tower?
Is that not just where we came from?
It was where you came from. Yeah, the tower is like
Oh,
long
well,
since
oh,
like
great.
shattered and toppled into the ocean, right?
yeah,
And you
I
guys
remember,
were on like the platform, and then that thing came
Yeah.
up, and you had to leave before you went downstairs. Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Maybe.
think like Reg is definitely like.
I think that
How do I tell it?
I think that Reese is like, I did not mean to make a judgment of your personal appearance. I thought perhaps the lot of you might need time to rest. I wasn't sure if you've been running nonstop since we parted.
Yeah, we really went on a
Yeah,
tangent.
we have.
Yeah.
We did a little bit.
I didn't
We're just getting to know
didn't
each
want to interrupt
We are
you.
a little tired.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. And you just kind of like you start to see Reginald like undo his bow tie. Maybe for like the first time you've seen him do this in public. He's like, I could very much use a rest.
Mhm.
I think Reese is like,
I'm a little-
to your point, though, I do think it's quite interesting the way that different stories are told by different tellers, isn't it? We all have a perspective, and they're not quite shared, are they?
It's like one big game of like Sending Stone. Have you guys ever played that? I used to play that all the time when I was little.
Oh, that's a good reminder. Perhaps we should check in and see if our colleagues are dead yet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
I pull out the settings down. Just hold it.
Can you put it on speaker?
Yeah, I put it on speaker. Is that how it works?
I think you put it on speaker and you just hear like, Jake, faster. I'm going as fast as I can. It's like, would you just get out of the way? And then the dock noise, the waffle noises, I can't even like do good. Waffle makes great noises like, you know. I've heard him make sounds like that before. You know, somebody's finally, it probably talks like, huh? Are you guys okay?
Yeah.
We're
They
just
followed
checking
you.
in on you guys.
Yeah, they're still following us, throwing fireballs now.
Oh.
Ben, Ben, don't get the ballista by yourself. Somebody go up there with them. Somebody needs to go up there.
Oh my
with
gosh!
him.
Don't let him go. Oh no.
Better him than me.
Yeah, you gotta keep going. We yeah, I don't know.
It's gonna take us a minute.
We're gonna take a nap.
Yeah, we're gonna rest for 8 hours.
Okay, listen, we'll get back in touch in sometime around 8 hours from now.
Okay, perfect.
I think.
No, like give us like 12 because we gotta do stuff after we.
I think we need a ride back to the Tiefling Tower, though.
Do we?
I think so. Do we need a? I think we're on the wrong island. Yeah.
And I think Reese hears you saying this and is like,
Oh.
no, don't have them bring the guards back. I'll go get us some help.
You can give us a ride.
Yes, I will get us a ride.
Lux, you might.
Wait to see this.
I'll try to get us a ride. I'll try.
Sure.
I think
What?
it'll be fun.
You don't own your own means of transportation.
We don't like to own things here in Cerealia. People who own things own people in Cerealia, so we ask for help.
You gotta talk to Astorius. We love to hear this.
So are we taking an 8-hour nap?
Yeah, we're sleeping under the stars.
So, I think we'd like to take a long rest if
We should.
the elements will
watch.
allow.
Yeah, we
Should do watch.
Okay.
Yeah, we should.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I think Reese says, I can take the first watch for you if you would like. I can go and find our ride afterwards.
Sure.
Very well.
That's nice of you.
You know how badly I want to insight check.
I was just about to ask this question.
No, full trust, 100% trust.
Insight check.
Ooh.
He seems like
Ooh.
wary of you, Rhea. You know, he's like nervous because, he's nervous. Yeah.
Okay.
He seems wary of you, but you don't get the intention that he's like just straight up trying to manipulate you when he says that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we'll sleep for some hours, and then after a few, one of us will wake up. I can take the next watch, and then you can go. You go get your means of transportation.
Okay. Yes. Excellent. Well.
Yeah.
I think Reginald turns to Lux and just says, "If it is all the same to you, I should prefer to have my sleep uninterrupted. So I would like to take the last watch if possible."
Yeah, for sure. For sure. That's good.
Okay. Cool.
Okay.
I don't have dark vision. I mean, I could light a torch. I feel like that might be counterproductive, but I'll do my best without being able to see. I'll just try to mostly hear and smell.
And just as the lights fade for the night, that's just the last thing you hear is Rhea saying, "I don't have dark vision."
Oh, that's a 97 on the
So,
D100.
Yeah, that's got to be good for us. That's got to be good for us, right?
I hope so.
Reese is just like Beatty's. He says, it's rare for anything to make landfall here other than the gulls and the crabs when the tide gets low. So sleep as best you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, after a time, I think Reese shakes you awake, and yeah, you come to, and it is in fact nighttime out. I think that the moon is bright in the sky, and he gestures up to it it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's magnificent, this place.
He says, it's quite nicer when they align, and he gestures far to the other side of the horizon, and you see a second moon, much smaller, that seems to be almost orangey reddish, and he's the small one is Kest, that one is Mirren. He says, there are 4 nights of the year where they overlap.
I thought you were
I did too.
telling Rich a story
Yeah.
this morning?
It was
But no, you were just fake sleeping.
Yeah, I was just
sorry.
Wow.
Sorry.
Taylor really hates this moon.
Yeah,
Ugh.
really. Who knew?
Ugh.
Taylor hates
I'm
astrology.
emphasizing the fact that Lux snores loudly 150%.
I think Rhea is thinking how much hoping that Asturias gets to see this, knowing that they often transform into stars. Yeah.
I think that he puts up and stretches, and he takes a sip from the water skin that he kind of put there, corking it, and he puts it down on the floor to leave for you guys, and he's I will go find us a way to get back to the tower. I should be back before the sun is up, but I guess don't leave without me. Hank smiles.
We won't. I mean this. I will put my life on the line for you, Asturias. I made a grave error with your friend, and it's literally the least I can do. We will help you.
And I think he stops. He looks you right in the eyes, Rhea, and he just nods and is I believe the words that you're offering me are forthright, or we wouldn't have gotten this far. We all die someday. I can't say that I'm glad that she's gone, but I meant what I said before. Her passing was better than many others she might have found.
Yeah.
If you help us with this, she would have forgiven you.
Okay.
I'll go. And he turns, walking down towards the water, heading down this, winding, twisting path. So yeah, Rhea, you, keep watch. Why don't you make a perception check? As it is dark and you cannot see, but regardless, we're going to say this is at disadvantage. That's still really good. Yeah, you other than the consistent sound of the water at night, the wind kind of rustling the branches and the leaves of these trees in front of you, there is not a miss. You sleep, or you like sit up for the couple of hours. You watch the moons kind of move through the sky, the constellations of the stars above you. There's points where, like, if you walk around the island a little bit, looking down into the water, you could see this kind of like blues and greens, even kind of red, glowing under the surface of the water, of these strange kind of bioluminescent creatures beneath the surface. But ultimately, your watch is without any concern. So you're going to wake up Lux next, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. So, Lux, why don't I have you make a perception check?
I also have disadvantage. I don't have dark vision.
I believe you're correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Perception.
Okay. Yeah. So, like, as you are like sitting and you're watching, it's the same kind of deal, Lux, right? Like, the stars are really like quite something. The moons in the sky were just like astounding you. And so, oh yeah, I'll take that.
Oh dear.
Sorry. Okay. So as you're like sitting there, you're listening, you're kind of like peering around, you really like can't see very far at all. It's kind of like dim light. The starlight is like just enough for you to kind of like make out the shadows, the silhouette of the professor like sleeping, stretched out, Rhea like leaned up against the base of a tree trunk, and then you hear Lux as just next to you, a little bit of like something breaks underfoot, and you like turn your head just in time to see what looks like at first a shark's face, except that like it's got these powerful legs, and it's like stalking with the elbows like kicked up over the side of its head. It's stalking low along the ground, and on its back is this hulking green and purple skinned fish man clutching a trident, leaned down low over it, holding the dorsal fin. And I think he turns, his eyes locking with you, Lux, like we're gonna roll initiative.
I think Lux like screams like, "Get up, everybody!" Ah! Yeah.
Do we like when like Lux does that and then we're like fighting? Are we like up? We like get up?
Lux
Are we sleeping?
screams. So yeah, you guys can roll initiative while you're like laying on the ground sleeping.
You want to open the tracker? Is it open?
Negative.
Am I
Oh no, let me
covered?
clear it. Oh my god, I got all old stuff
Oh my
on here.
god.
On to me.
Can you add?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's just no way. There's no way.
Look at that. Look
Whoa! Whoa!
No,
I was like, oh, I got this. I'm gonna get to go.
Mine's an 11.
Oh,
There's no way.
Okay.
There's no way.
Okay. Makes a little more sense. Makes a little more sense.
Hysterical.
Oh, 20! Yep, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh,
Oh,
man, we
Micah.
just wanted to sleep. Oh,
Oh, nice.
that's great.
Oh, God, Micah, thank you. That's really awesome. Thank you very much, Micah. Like, I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And one of these.
Yeah.
Oops. That is actually hilarious.
Wow. Wow.
Talk about
We can all our good rolls.
Look at these rolls. You're rolling like gosh, was it Grace during the
Yeah,
marathon?
it was. It was.
There's just coin flip Grace.
unfreaking real. Yeah, coin flip Grace was actually like really freaking impressive. Okay, so yeah, give me this guy and that guy. Okay, so
Jeez.
Are we starting with me?
I think that I think we're going to. Yeah.
Let me absolve you of something if I can. There's no way that the professor is the first to act here.
Yeah, no. I think we're going to start with the shark, and then to like down the line, right? I think like the shark is leaping as Lux is like screaming. It like jumps at you guys. Just like vaulting itself over this cliff, and you guys see it, this like, again, this hulking quadrupedal like shark, the dorsal fin on its back, this heaving like Sahagwin kind of mounted up on top of it. And as you're clearly like awake and like screaming, it leaps at you to try to silence you, Lux.
Oh, gosh, it's huge.
Yeah, it's pretty big. So it just comes mouth first. 16, does that hit?
Oh, that's my armor
Okay,
class.
so it does.
Yeah.
You take 12 points of slashing damage, and I need a strength save.
Ooh, okay. Oh!
Ooh, critical one. It grabs Lux in its teeth, and I think like Rhea and Reggie, like you guys wake up to the sound of Lux screaming, and what you see is like this shark from underneath, from laying on the ground, as it leaps like rending the earth, its claws digging up stone and soil, and it grabs your friend, lifting her into the air and then like slamming her down into the ground. So that's 12 points of slashing damage, at which point then it like lifts one of these paws and tries to like stomp you with it, Lux.
Oh. And just to clarify, like, I'm just...
Oh! Slipped,
I'm sorry, clarify, Taylor, before I roll nightmare
No,
damage.
I don't think I need to. I mean, it, like, I didn't get any sleep. Like, I got half of my
Yeah,
night's
you
rest,
didn't
right?
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, just wanted to clarify that. I was pretty sure, but just wanted to
Okay,
make sure.
so you take 12 points of damage from the bite, and then it crits you as it throws you to the ground prone and smashes a paw down for another 12 points of damage on your chest.
Yep.
That's...
I'm down.
And Lux is down, just like that. You watch Lux's, like, I think Rhea, as you're laying on the ground, you look sideways and see Lux's head, like, just like snap into a stone. The like shark like crushes down on her chest, and you see her eyes roll back in her head. Rhea, you're up as you're laying flat on the ground on your back here.
I had exactly 24 hit
Good
points.
God. So you're at 0. You're not dying. That's
I'm
helpful.
at 0.
You're not dying.
No.
So, I have 1 spell slot. And I think I should cure you. So I'm gonna like go here and stand in front.
Ooh.
And use cure wounds. Okay. 13.
So we see Rhea like roll over, pulling herself to her feet and like kind of like on all fours for a second, scrabbling.
Great roll.
That was a great freaking roll. You scrabble in between Lux and this beast, like throwing a hand out and grabbing her as you pull yourself up straight. And Lux, you're like, it's like you like are catching your wind after this thing like crunched you like that. Rhea, that's your movement, your action.
I don't really have. Let me just. I don't think any of my cantrips are bonus actions, so I think I'm gonna like turn and like provoke, like, no, and then like, just stare at and come on at me, is what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I don't think I have anything else. Yeah.
Okay. Lux, you're up on 11.
Okay. Lux is gonna stand up. And I think she's just gonna pull her bow out. Am I like do I have disadvantage or?
No. Well, nope.
Okay. All right,
Oh wait,
all right.
because of light.
Oh.
No, I'm gonna say I don't. Well, hold on a second. Let me double check. I said it was dim light, so you technically would, yes, like because there is no light source, there's no campfire, there's no nothing. So you're theoretically fighting in dim light, which is kind of disadvantage. Yes.
I was gonna light a torch during my watch.
You talked me into it, Taylor. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yep.
We're fine. We're fine.
Don't worry.
So yeah, I guess bonus action planar warrior.
Okay.
Hoping that I just hit this thing.
You marking the rider or the shark?
The rider.
Okay. 15 actually will hit.
Yeah.
But is it at disadvantage though?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
13 still hits. How about that?
Yeah.
You like
Okay,
laying on the
10?
ground, like pulling an arrow, like you mark the thing with the planar warrior, and like you manage to like an arrow surging just over Rhea's shoulder, hammers into the Sahagwin as he's like sitting up on top of the shark for 17 points of damage, not insubstantial.
Ooh.
Sick, Lux. That's your action and your bonus action. You got anything else? Movement?
I think Lux is going to just take like one step back.
So we watch you kind of like scramble to your feet like kicking the dirt as you slide backwards and like pull yourself upright, right?
Yeah. I'm like, Rhea, be careful.
And so that is your turn. And with that, blam, we get to the Sahagwin goes. Do you have all your hit points, Rhea?
Yeah. I didn't take any
Okay.
It says it. I don't think I took. I did take. No, I went down in that last fight. But then we short rested. We went downstairs. I didn't take any damage before the first ooze. I didn't even have a turn.
Okay.
So yeah, I have all my.
Cool. So he's got a spear, and I think he leans off of the edge of the like shark, punching the spear out at you. 7 misses easily. You like catch it with the trident, like swatting it away, and then he like throws himself down almost off of the edge of the thing, like swiping at you. He lets go of the spear and tries to just grab you with his claws. 19
would. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Like, I don't have my. I imagine that I was like sleeping. I grabbed my trident when I woke up, but I don't have my shield yet. Is what I imagine.
Sure.
Yeah. So it. Yeah, but it hits.
So it's 3 points of slashing damage as he drags these like short, stubbly little claws at the end of his kind of webbed hand, like right across your shoulder. That is his turn. Now, Professor, you're up on 23.
Yeah, I think the professor is sleeping. I think he's woken up.
So bad.
He like opens an eye, like I could help you,
Deep
but
sleeper.
I need my spell slot.
I'm going right back to sleep.
I'm gonna say I rolled a 23 initiative, so one of these days I'm due to get a good initiative when it actually makes sense. But I think he will he'll wake up and he'll realize this, oh my goodness, and he will like jump up and like just kind of look. I do think there's a moment where like Professor thinks, is this a dream? Is this a dream?
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't matter whether it's a dream. He is going to act regardless.
Okay.
And I think he is going to. He has no clue how bad things are. I think he's going to avoid the shark, but he's going to do that by doing a headfirst charge, jump, leaping, and trying to tackle the Sahagwin off of the shark.
Okay, got it.
So you DM get to tell me, is this a grapple or is this a headfirst charge from my gift queue
We
ability?
can use your headfirst charge from your gift queue, even though you're jumping. Like you're not trying to grapple him; you want to knock him down, right?
Yeah, I mean either one, whatever. I just want to like get him like down on the ground.
Yeah, no.
off the
If you're
shark.
trying to knock him prone, this is fine. Sure.
Great. Okay, I need a strength saving throw against a not great DC.
You got it, dude. Strength saving throw against a not great DC 5.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
That qualifies as a not great DC. And I think like basically he's gonna get headbutt off in like the south. Yeah, like that's fine in like a southeasterly direction. And now the Reginald is facing a shark. But he is also knocked prone, and he takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage, which it was supposed to roll. But
the professor just like come racing up and like hurl himself forward, almost like his head just crashing into this guy, who topples backwards off the shark, taking 7 points of damage, landing hard on his back. You hear it like, and the shark's like wheels towards you, Professor. The rows of teeth right there. That was your action. Bonus action. Anything else? Is that it?
I think the only thing, that's all I have, is moving to get there, and then to get there. No bonus action that I have. I think that's free action. Pinch myself.
Yep.
Pinch.
Yep. You grab yourself, pinch, and I think that the shark like turns and blinks this disgusting beady little black eye like and like lunges at you like, oh, this is real. It tries to bite you, Professor.
No. Oh my god.
Did you see it teeter?
Did you see
it? It teetered.
Best shark ever. This is the
Dude,
best shark ever.
The land shark having at it. This is brutal. So it grabs you, Professor.
20 points of damage.
For 20 points of slashing damage.
I'm up.
Okay.
We're good.
And I need a strength
Professor.
saving throw.
Yep, I got some of that. Hold on. Let me not have 83 hit points. I just have 8 hit points.
God, you guys,
Strength
it's not
save.
even that tough. These dice.
God, come on.
What is
I just
happening?
knocked your wide roll.
So
One will have to bite harder than that to get through this hide.
it like,
You're like bleeding.
yeah, it like lunges at you, like grabbing you, and it goes to pick you up. I think we see your feet like come off the ground like a tiny bit, and you're just like dropped like right back solidly where you were. At which point it swipes at you with the claw. Jeez, 21
That does hit.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about it.
for 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh my, are you freaking kidding
Boom,
me?
down to 0
Oh
hit points.
my God, I can't help it.
I had exactly 8 hit points left.
I have a spell slot.
Yeah. Okay.
Holy
Oh my goodness.
The wolf shark has taken no damage. No damage.
Rhea, you're up. You like wheel down,
Okay.
and your friend is like on the ground bleeding. The professor out.
Yeah. Okay. Would I know whether this shark is a beast?
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check.
Is the wolf shark
I have
naturally
really bad nature for being a nature cleric.
That's not so bad though.
15.
It is a monstrosity. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I wanted to try.
I know. I know you did.
I will attack it with my trident.
I will say your trident does have its own tricks. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. I have to know. Wait.
I don't know if we know. We didn't have a.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you
identified,
identified it. I thought that Reggie did eventually get to it.
Oh,
It's been a while, I'm sure.
what was the thing you had? You had something of mine that you, but it's not that. It was the belt. Was it the belt?
Oh yeah.
A ring, a platinum ring.
Yeah, so there's just that question of like whether a pearl in order to identify it, but I don't know.
Okay, I'll just attack with the trident.
Okay. 19 hits solidly.
So can it be two-handed?
Yeah.
Because I don't have my shield up.
Yeah.
I don't see the option.
So when you click it
Okay.
on the right is going to
Yeah.
be the two-handed damage, I think. We can change that. It's like it doesn't
Oh,
all
no.
come out of one thing. But yeah, okay. That's 9 points of damage. You plunge the trident into this thing, and the shark's like teeth like gnashing and chomping. Yep.
What is the damage? Because it's doubling the dice for the nat 20.
Yep.
Mhm.
And but then it's doing a 1d.
Yeah,
the
I think
1d8
it's only.
is just a 1d8.
It should be 5.
Oh.
Should be 2 + 2 + 1. Right. The
Yeah.
D8 plus your
Yeah.
2 strength plus the
Yeah.
1 magic.
Yeah.
It just
Shouldn't it be
didn't.
It's
6?
just messed up in the sentence. So
Yep. Gotcha. Yep. So we have to add your like strength and the magic to the second attack. Yeah.
Well, you don't add your. Do you? No, because it's never mind. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of an offhanded attack.
Yeah, no, she's good. Here,
Yep.
we'll just
Yeah,
tweak
yeah.
it right now while we're actually like thinking about it, right? Let's get it fixed.
That's definitely what we're thinking about right now.
Yeah.
and then I think I will pull out my shield because it's been doing some good damage. So, that will be my turn.
Okay. And you like snatch your shield up. That's your turn. Lux, you're up on 11.
All right. Lux like, Professor! She runs over and casts Cure Wounds on the Professor.
You dart up behind Reginald, grabbing him, calling forth your healing abilities.
There's those 8 hit points back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could take another swipe.
Can Lux like pull the Professor like? Well, no, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, never mind.
You can drag him away.
No,
yeah.
but I'm not gonna. No.
He's
Nope,
not going to
nope.
get an attack of opportunity if he's not moving by his own volition, but I guess he
Oh.
still would. If you drag him away low, you could get him away.
Okay, yeah. If I can get him away without an attack of opportunity, then like she'll try and just like swing him like around her, like
I'm trying to
just
get its
roll him,
attention,
like just
like provoke him.
But
Strong girl.
Yeah, you're very heavy, aren't you? What did we
Yep.
establish? That
More
you're like
I'm
than
over
1,000?
300
pounds.
pounds. I'm somewhere in the 300 to 500 pounds. Like,
What's your strength, Lux?
10.
No dice. No
Yeah.
dice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
need
that's
like
fair.
15.
That's very
I was
fair.
gonna give
Yeah.
you like I'll let you like roll him, but I've tried to
that's
roll
fair.
heavy things. And...
Mhm.
So the Sahagwin
okay.
like pulls himself
appreciate
up
you.
off his feet,
Yeah.
and he comes like darting up along like next to the shark, like interlopers, landwalkers, and he like punches out the spear at you, Rhea.
Oh my God, you are also walking on land. No, miss. Such a hypocrite.
You like just swing around easily, and then he like his maw opens up and he leans forward like trying to like take a big bite out of you. 7 missing easily. You like avoid both blows, which brings us to the Professor who lays at the shark's feet. Yeah, you're up.
how is the Sahagwin looking?
Terrible, really
Oh.
bad.
And the shark is untouched.
No, Rhea just stabbed it with the trident. It's got
Oh.
like these 3 holes in the side of it, blood running down the neck.
Okay, that aren't gills. And I would be at disadvantage for a chromatic orb, regardless of which, because the thing's right in melee with me. Is that correct?
Indeed.
Nikes.
Unfortunately.
Holy
Gosh,
shnikes.
what a pickle.
I cannot take out the shark on this turn. There's no way. So instead, I think Reginald is going to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to tie his bow tie,
Mm-hmm.
put it back in, and then just as he pulls it tight, 3 magic missiles fly out and hit the Sahagwin.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Thump, thump.
Doom. Dealing 8 damage.
Okay, so the first one like hits him in the side of the head, and he's like, "Rah!" like wheeling back around with the spear. As the second one like catches him in the chest and then like in the throat, and he staggers backwards, just like collapsing over here on the cliff. His spear falling next to him, dead.
Yeah. I think Reggie just woke up. He sent all 3 to them. I'm sorry to say.
Nope.
And I do think Reggie just like looks at the other 2 and says, "I'll be fine," and like turns and faces the shark.
Oh, do you get up off the ground?
Oh yeah, I stood up at the beginning.
Okay,
Before
okay,
I tied
got
my
it.
bow tie. I am not prone.
Got
Decidedly
it.
not prone.
I think that we see it like turn wheeling towards you, Rhea, as you just stabbed it with this trident, and it's now going to try to take a bite of you.
Yeah. That was not an alarm. That was not a shark alarm. That was my my sense
Shark alarm. Nope. Denied. Denied.
No, miss.
And then I think it swing.
Oh
You're critting all three of us.
Can't take me down.
For
Shark.
7
Oh, thank
points
goodness.
of damage. I think it like tries to bite you right at the head, and the shield comes up and like catches the top of the jaws. And as you're like holding it up, like you feel like the claws dig into your leg. Right, you take
Ugh.
7 points of damage from the claw.
I'm
That
good.
is its turn. Rhea, you're up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit it right back. One-handed.
Oof, 10 is a miss. The like trident like driving towards it, but it's like just trying to like bite your whole arm off, and you have to pull the attack at the last second. No dice.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, Lux, you're up on 11.
Taunting it.
Yeah,
Shark.
got it.
Planar warrior, bonus action, longbow. 15.
Hits.
Did you say hit or miss? I missed
Hits.
it.
Yep, hits.
Okay, great. 13. That's max
Wow.
damage. That's great. Oh, but 4, just 4 for.
So yeah, nice. You put another arrow into this thing, like, tonk. Really nicely done. That wasn't right. What did I just say? 17. Right. Oh no, that was right. Okay, cool. Yeah, you like tonk, like put an arrow right into the side of like its mouth, right? It's like jutting out just next to where its mouth is. It's like it's right here in front of Rhea and Reggie. That's your action, movement, bonus action. Anything?
That's it.
Okay, Professor.
I think the professor like is like debating what to do, right? And he's like looking around. He's seeing this like shark is vicious, and then he thinks of vicious. He thinks about it. He's like, oh yes, you are but an oversized fish, and you don't belong here. Be gone. Vicious mockery. I need a wisdom saving throw.
You got it. It's a very unwise wolf shark, so fingers crossed.
That's fine though.
Hey,
It fails. It takes 1 psychic damage, and it
Sure
has disadvantage on its next attack roll.
oh,
Yes.
really nice though. We're gonna need that because I'm gonna roll another crit. So,
Wait. Oh no, never mind.
It
Yeah, that's
fails.
it. That's all Reggie's got.
It takes the damage. It's just like this like gigantic jaw like snapping at the pair of you. So it's going to attack Rhea again at
Yeah.
disadvantage.
What
What is even going on?
We gotta try to ride this shark. We gotta get it on our side.
Rhea, you take 11
Yeah.
points of damage. I
Yeah.
need a strength save.
I'm still up. And I'm a
please.
furbog, so I got. I'm not proficient, but
Our friends are gonna be like, get the sending stone out, and it's just gonna be like,
prone.
No.
So it grabs Rhea's leg. It like after it like got jammed up by the shield, it snaps in like grabbing Rhea's leg and just yanking her legs out from under her so she falls, and then it tries to like smash her with the claw at advantage because she's prone. What a jerk this guy
Oh, what the heck?
That just hit. I was so excited. It just,
is. That it still hits. It's yeah.
No.
All right, well you take another 5 points of damage
Still up.
as it smashes
Still up.
you on the
Oh
ground.
my god.
Rhea, as you lay on the ground with like the shield tucked over you, the trident in one hand, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
stand up, half my movements,
Mm-hmm.
say no. Yeah, no. And then trident again.
Yeah, no.
no.
No! I got so excited for a second.
I mean, too.
I got so excited.
15 misses.
It hits.
Oh, great.
Thank goodness.
One-handed to get the shield.
Right, one-handed. So
6.
it's 12. Oh yeah,
Oh,
right.
I
It's
didn't-
not a 20. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. You punch the trident right back into it. Another like 3 holes as you like rip it out. Blood now pouring down like both sides of this thing on either edge of the mouth. It looks like it's like not that thrilled anymore. It's definitely hurt. Rhea, that's your action. That's it, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And with that, Lux, you're up.
Same thing. Planar warrior.
Planar
Attack.
warrior.
Ooh.
12 is its AC.
Oh,
How about that? Not what you were expecting.
Okay.
oh my God! What a great roll! What a great roll!
For 15 points of damage, Lux puts another arrow into this thing. It looks like good and hurt at this point, as it's got like the 2 arrows like jutting out of one side, the multiple stabs from the trident. This shark is like bleeding all over the place. Lux, that was your action. Anything else?
Mm-mm.
Which brings us to the professor.
I think the professor, heart racing, blood dripping, nostrils flaring, stands up and says, "I said you do not belong." And with that, 3 more magic missiles
Yes.
with his last spell slot
Yeah.
fly out from his bow tie
Last spell slot.
and strike
12 points of damage, bringing it to a total of 60, which is exactly 0.
Oh.
Professor. I think we see like first magic missile hits it and it like rears up, opening its mouth. The like jaws almost, like teeth almost jutting out like alien style from underneath like the recoiling lips of this creature, as the second 2 magic missiles like pummel it right in the like upper cavity of its mouth. It just like staggers backwards and like falls off this little ledge where it like thrashes in the trail for a minute before it just like freezes, like dead and destroyed.
Okay. So, yeah. I need to go to sleep, but I really don't want to.
I need to go sleep too.
He said there would
my
be nothing that would come up here.
Wake up.
How did it know it was here?
Wake up. Wake up.
Gosh, are you guys okay? Is everybody all right?
Are you okay? I'm
I mean, no, I'm not okay
Yeah.
either.
yeah.
Reese? Oh my goodness! It's eating Reese!
No,
we
no,
have to-
no, 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 no.
No,
He
I don't
left.
think
No, no, no.
so.
He left.
No.
He left.
He left.
Yeah, he
He
went
left
to
us
go
behind.
get the vehicle. No,
No,
this
he
was the
didn't.
plan.
He didn't leave us behind.
This was the plan. This
Well, not the shark thing.
No.
Not this like monstrosity shark that appeared. No, that was not the plan.
Can Lux gather the arrows that she? Is that possible? Could you get her arrows back? By the way.
Yeah, go ahead and make a dexterity check to
Okay.
like yank them out of this thing and see if they break. They break. I think they both break. You shatter them both. You just like
What the heck?
Shark skin's
All right,
real
I gotta go
tough.
to bed.
Can I check? Can I check this lizard creature? I just want to check it out. Maybe
Oh,
elude
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Go for it. You head over to it. So it's holding a spear. It doesn't have any kind of like fancy shield or armor or anything like that. But it does have this kind of like rope that seems to be woven of some type of like, I don't know, like fibers, something's hair, you think. And on it are a couple of like pouches, little sacks, right? So you start digging through the sacks, and I think that what you find, Rhea, is You find in a little pouch, actually, 7 pearls.
Whoa.
Right.
Speaking
In
of-
another one, I think.
Great.
In another one, I think that you find like a fistful of silver coins. 39 silver pieces.
Yeah.
And then it's got 2 daggers. And then it's got like a pouch full of a whole series of seashells and like a length of cord. And as like you take it out, you realize like it looks like it was making like a necklace.
Is it finished?
Nope.
All right, I'll tuck that away. Seashell necklace.
Mm-hmm.
The daggers. I'll just take, but I'm assuming they're just like shitty quality or whatever. The spear.
Yeah.
it
The
fine?
spear like looks like it's not even made of wood, right? It's made of the bone of something, right? It looks like it's carved from like the bone of something. And the daggers have actual like metal blades that are affixed to like bone handles.
I'll take them.
Okay.
I think during this time, like the professor is just like kind of walked away and sat down and it's just like opened up a book and he's just reading a book.
We should go back to sleep.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Reggie, you need to go
I
to
don't.
sleep.
Yeah.
Yes, you do. Why don't we have some tea? Why don't we make a little fire?
I don't want to.
You can have some Reggie.
I'll start making a fire. I'll
I
start making a
know.
fire.
I know it's hard.
I don't
know,
want to
just-
do this anymore.
I understand.
The whole
I
thing, the
totally
whole
get
space?
it, okay?
I,
I listen. It's hard. I get it, but listen, it's gonna be okay. We've done way harder things than this. We were in a giant space robot in the mid. Yeah,
I'm
Like, there's-
seeing that Lux is like you trying to persuade. I'm gonna like touch Lux a little bit to pass guidance.
Oh,
The inevitable persuasion roll.
I woke up.
Yes. I know. Listen, I totally get it. It leaped at me. I know.
I was down. It was,
Listen,
No, I
you
know.
were both down.
Yep.
It was scary.
It was very scary. It was.
But,
scary. I know.
We did it.
I,
Don't you have your little cheese board? Why don't you have some cheese? Do you have your cheese?
Reggie, Reggie, look. You killed a shark thing. Worse
it,
than a shark, a land shark. You killed it.
You did it. You did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just when I talked to Yvonne about joining this, I said no sharks. I said no.
Well,
Yeah, but she's not like controlling.
and
the
technically, it
whole-
also like looked like a hybrid creature of some sort.
That's true. She might have got you on a technicality.
Yeah.
Technically. And technically, you were, and she was, we were. This is very not good.
I know.
Can we have someone come pick us up and take us home?
I
please?
don't think so.
I mean, we could. I mean,
Please.
we have a couple hours before we're supposed to check in.
Yeah. Well, how long did Rish said he was gonna go like, get the
Yeah, he should be back soon as well.
I don't
Yeah,
want
so
to be here.
he can stay like awake and with us the whole time while we sleep, but we need rest time. Yeah, now I really need sleep.
Okay.
And you
okay.
need some too.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Just so don't let another one come, please. Please.
Yeah, we can huddle, we can make like a sleeping circle and it's gonna
That'd
be
be
okay.
good. That'd be
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I'd
sleep
like
circle. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yes. It's gonna be okay.
Okay.
I feel like the two of us are
Deep
just
breaths.
padding.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
deep
just
breaths.
knocking 'em
Deep breaths
down.
through the nose and then
I'm
out
sorry.
the mouth.
I'm sorry. I meant to be brave. I am.
You were brave.
You 100% were.
You got up.
hmm
You
You ran at
We-
that damn thing.
Yeah.
I watched you.
no,
You
But it-
ran straight
went
at it.
over a shark to headbutt that
You
lizard
did
guy.
it.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
Mhm.
Goodness, it just it rattled me. Now I feel beleaguered. Where's Reese now to comment upon this?
Yeah,
Okay,
we'll like hide in a bush. We'll cover ourselves up. Okay, it's
Okay.
gonna be fine.
good.
It's gonna
Thank
be
you.
good.
Can I ask a technical question? We did like half of our long rest. Do we have to restart our long rest?
No, because
Okay.
the time period was not like interrupted for more than like 2 hours here. If you guys go back and complete your long rest, you'll get the whole shebang at the end. Yeah.
Yeah,
Reggie's
that was
basically
literally
fully
less
rested.
than 30 seconds of combat.
Reggie's taking last watch. He was basically fully
He's
rested.
pretty close. Yeah.
He needs like a 15-minute nap.
I think is that like what happens that
Pretty
as like
He's like, yeah.
as like Rhea and Lux are like trying to talk Reggie down, ultimately like they both fall back asleep and he sits there and is like
Yeah.
taking the last watch. Is that the situation?
Yeah, I think catching like the last maybe 15 minutes of like a little bit of sleep that he needs in order to like fully recharge his spell slots.
I want that art. I want like the three of us sitting
I
with
know,
like leaning
the
on
sleep
Reggie, and
circle,
Reggie is just like
Yes. Oh my gosh, yes,
Do we
that's-
like passed out on his shoulders?
on his shoulder. Oh,
So yeah, to that end.
Thanks, guys.
To that end. Reggie, Rhea, Lux, you guys all get your full night's rest.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yep.
Holy moly.
it was hairy there.
Knife's edge. Knife's edge. That was almost really bad. That was really bad, but also great. But also really
That was
I-
so lucky. Oh
I
my
think-
god.
I think what you see when Rhea wakes up, like without really saying it, like kind of looks to make sure that like the two of them are okay, but then sort of walks down the path, I think, that little path to get near the water, and then begins praying to Clancy as something she does every morning. But like away from the group, sort of like walks down.
Yep. You got it.
And near the water makes it that is, bonds Rhea a little bit closer to Clancy.
As you guys are like sitting here in the morning, I think it's like just the sun is just starting to peek up on the western horizon when you hear like the sound of like footsteps coming up a trail and like up approaches Restran and like, well met. How did you fare? Are you rested?
Oh no, not
Oh.
kinda.
Oh no.
We got look, see them?
I do. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That was in the middle of the night.
where's
Mm-hmm.
they
I
got?
think you just see like Reggie yawn, like a big, hippopotamus
Yeah.
yawn.
90 degrees.
Worst night sleep of my life. Thank God you're here. Get us off this foul island. Thank you.
I think Reese would be like, the furball didn't make it.
No, she's down by the
Oh,
the
good.
beach.
Oh, good. I was a little worried that just the two of you and. All right.
Also, just for the record, her name is Rhea.
Yes. I can do better with that,
Mhm.
of course.
Yes. Seems learning names is a challenge, but I have been told that if one focuses and pays attention, you can choose to remember someone's name. I usually do, though not always.
It's actually quite accurate. Yes, from what I understand.
It also, did you know that you can call yourself whatever you want?
Ah, yes. If you do not prefer the name Rhys Drannon,
Oh,
which I don't know why you wouldn't.
I actually quite a fan, to be honest with you. Yes.
Well, then there you go. But yeah, I mean, just keep that in mind. Spread the
Alright.
word.
You
Yeah.
could call yourself Jif Yoplay, perhaps.
I don't know why I would do that at all. But I think Rhea,
Look, I'm not thinking clearly. It's morning. I've yet to have any tea.
Well, just go ahead, boil your water. There's no great rush. Our ride should be here any moment. And I think, Ray, as you're down by the water, like praying, I think you hear like the
More like Freya.
more like prayer. Am I right?
I swear I didn't have this one joke, and I certainly would have dropped it sooner than episode 2.
Yeah. Really. Would have come up already. I think that you hear like the, and you're like, what? Huh? And you like look and you see these like the water like churning a little bit, and up come these kind of grayish, like faces, right, of these dolphins. As like the 4 of them like pop their heads up like right by the edge of the bank and are like kind of watching you, making dolphin noises.
I like,
can't-
yeah.
Listen, I can make a lot of noises.
With that,
Repeat on that one, please.
you're not gonna try the full.
Really put in all the time on the old kobold voice.
I got a
I'm
deep
sorry,
roster.
Grace, you were saying something.
No,
but
Freya, I think with speech of beast and leap is going to try to like communicate with them, not talk. It could cast ritual cast speak with animals, but that would take 10 minutes. So it's kind of like I feel like lots of stuff has come out of the water to attack us recently. I think a little bit like Guarded.
Yeah,
but they are like beautiful creatures, and it's like you're not. I was about to do Reggie's voice.
It's very
Please.
You're here
tell
to
me how to
attack
do
us. Are you here? What do you? I think he's just like stumbling over her words.
And I think one of them's like, and it's like saying,
Friends?
like,
Yeah.
Where was that guy? He said you need a ride.
Can they speak to me? I can have the ability to communicate in a limited manner. They can understand
Okay,
the meaning of your
limited
words. They have no.
manner. So I think that they're just like they're just like friends.
Yes. Okay, friends. Yeah. You're with Reese.
Triton.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's cool. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And I think I guess I don't even know he's up there. So I pointed, but I'm just saying like you're with Reese. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is amazing. And I'm gonna like run back up to like tell the others. Basically. Yeah.
So yeah, you come like darting up, and Reese is like standing there with the professor, like like looking at him strangely as he sees you coming up, like, oh, Rhea, hello. I'm glad you're all
Reese.
right. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, it was frightful
Rhea,
night.
welcome.
Yeah.
It's like I sent for some friends to help us get back to the island.
I think I met them.
Oh,
They're down.
oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they going to attack us as well?
No, they
Do they have big pointy teeth and swim in the water?
they do swim in the water. Their teeth are pointed, but very small.
Oh, okay.
They're quite friendly.
Oh,
Chris, do you know what
mile a
this
minute.
guy, this dead guy over here? You know?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Because if I'm understanding correctly, does he look like the Sahagwin? Is he a Sahagwin?
Yeah,
He's
this
just-
like fish dude. Yeah. The green guy that was like on top of the shark was a Sahagwin.
Okay.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
How did how did he know that we were here?
I'm certain that he didn't. They must be scouring all the land masses looking for you. I would imagine that if they expect to find you, they expect to find you on land, so they're probably looking everywhere.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for them to send one Sagwin to an island.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And these are the sharks you were talking. These are the sharks.
Well, these are formidable, yes, but the
Yeah.
ones underwater have fewer legs, so you'll be glad of that. They're not quite as not quite as powerful as these. These are some of their more mutated associates. They have.
Yeah, it was certainly powerful. It, yeah.
I'm sorry, did you say more sharks?
There are some underwater. Yes.
Anything
Yeah,
like
Reggie, I know. We knew this, though. We knew. He said
did.
sharks.
Also, Reggie,
You
now
know.
you're a shark
Yeah.
slayer.
Shark Slayer, Reggie.
Oh, did you kill it,
a
Reggie?
shark's
Reggie
a shark's
Shark's thing.
lair? We are going to a shark's lair?
No, slayer.
Yeah, Slayer.
Like,
Yeah.
oh,
I think
I
he's-
see, I see.
He's just like, did you kill it, Reginald? That's excellent.
I had no choice. It was us or it.
You
I
killed
chose
both
us.
of them, I think.
You did.
Well, the bow tie does a lot of work. I think he just kind of
It's
adjusts.
your bow tie, though. Yeah.
Thank you. Speaking briefly, if I may, I did notice that you found some pearls amidst.
Oh, yeah. You want them?
I should at least like to inspect them if it's at
Yeah.
all possible.
Take them all.
Are you a fan of pearls?
Yes. Nope. I'm not going to make the joke. I'm going to hold off on the Pearl Jam joke, and I'm going to.
Jam quite
Say,
thoroughly
7
on
pearls you can add to your inventory.
I've been in the market for some. Would I like? Does this look like roughly enough of like 100 gold pieces worth of pearl
Oh, sure.
for like an identify spell?
For sure.
Okay. Yeah, I think like Reg's like, what great fortune has come upon us. It's not the manner in which I would have requested it, certainly, but it seems now, Rhea, that I can let you know what this
Yeah. The
trident
ring.
you carry. Oh,
And
also,
the ring.
yes,
Yeah.
also.
Clancy, he said, the whole point of going out there is to, you don't know what you're going to find until you find it. So,
Yes, I perhaps that makes sense. I think Reg is like, unless someone is gonna stop him, like, because our
He just
ride
sits
is
down.
waiting, he's just gonna sit down and just be like, I've been waiting to do this.
I want to give like Reese a look of like, I don't have a watch, but
I think he like kind of shrugs, like, how long will it take? Will it take long? It's fine. It's
we've
fine.
never seen him do it before. I don't even know what he's
Well,
doing.
if I have to interrupt him, I will. But he seems rather flustered about the sharks. So
Give
Oh.
him this before we have to go.
How long does it take you?
It does take me 10 minutes plus 1 minute, so 11 minutes. To
The ritual casting is it adds 10 minutes, right?
It does, yeah.
I feel like I want to start casting Speak with Animals. Even though it takes 20 minutes.
go for it. So you're gonna start casting Speak with Animals as
Yeah.
Reginald starts casting Identify. Reginald, what are you identifying first?
I think whatever Rhea handed him first,
Trident.
the trident.
Right. So the trident is a trident of Fish Command, which we've been dancing around for a minute here. But yeah,
Figured.
it's explicitly a trident of
Yeah.
Fish Command. It's got +1 to hit and damage on attack rolls, counts as a magical weapon. 3 charges. You can cast Dominate Beast on it 3 times per day on any animal with a swimming speed. So fish is a little bit of a misnomer. It's trident of any animal with a swim speed command, including things like ducks, which are definitely not fish, but still fun.
So, but it says on a beast, but it actually any animal
Beast.
like that land shark. I wouldn't have been able to do it.
No, so that's
There's
like
some
the catch.
monstrosity.
Yeah, like a beast is like the classification for all the normal animals, right? Yeah.
Yep.
The
Yep.
land shark was like a mutated, effed up thing. Yep. And so that's the first 11 minutes with Rhea still casting Speak with Animals.
Yeah.
Have a turtle army.
You begin your second casting of Identify, Reginald, and you can identify the ring, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, excellent.
Unless Lux had something else.
don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah.
It is a ring of jumping.
Ooh.
You can cast a jump spell from it as a bonus action at will, but can only target yourself. So that essentially triples your jumping distance for anybody who's concerned with such a thing. But that's what you got.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, this seems very useful for one of you. Rhea,
Yeah,
I
we
believe
could-
this was yours.
Yeah, but we can talk about who should get it. I mean, it doesn't have to be me. But we can decide that later.
Well, actually, in order for it to be useful, we must decide now. You have to spend some time with it in order for it to work.
Yeah. Do we have to do? We have to do at least a short rest, right?
Yeah, roughly.
We'd have to spend another hour here.
Yeah, you want to kind of hang out with it for a little bit, yeah, and get the handle on it.
I'll hold on to it for now. Next time we rest,
Later.
we
Okay.
can decide.
Okay.
Very well.
There are dolphins waiting for us, and I'm gonna speak to them, and I run.
It's good.
So,
Yeah, we're ready to roll.
as
Ready to roll.
Rhea
Yes.
runs down to the water, to the dolphins, with her now primed speak with animal spell ready, Reese is like, she doesn't know what she's in for. Once they start talking, it's really impossible to shut them up. They're just chatterboxes. and little things. And so, like, with that, like, Reese starts making
Is he
his
saying
way
that to
down the water.
us?
Yes.
I'm gone. I'm running.
Yeah.
And he's
I know
still-
the type.
Yeah. So yeah, you get down to the water, and the dolphins are there.
No, we can speak now. Hey.
Oh, hey, how are you? Oh my God, hey, oh my God, your legs, you're so tall. Oh, your hair, I love your ears. You have so much fur in your ears.
Is it like repeat? Like
They're all
you guys
like
are
talking at once. There's like 4 of them. You know what I mean? They're all like.
Ray is trying to speak back just as quickly, like complimenting them back. Like yeah.
It's so
I'm getting,
strange.
like-
How you don't have a blowhole on your back. How do you even breathe? Oh my God, it's so weird. Aren't you dry? Oh, it's so dry up there. Oh God, I
Yeah,
like
in
it.
there,
up there.
yeah, and then, yeah, in there. Yeah.
Oh
So
my
we can
gosh,
ride-
are those your friends? Oh my God, is that guy
Yeah,
great?
yeah,
That
yeah.
guy's great. He looks like
Yeah.
us. Oh, he's really big. I'm not sure. You could take him, Chuck. Ah!
Incredible. I've never thought of dolphins as being this like yappy little like. It's amazing.
And, like, do we just walk up and hear like Rhea be like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah. Ray is like.
Occasionally, like, you hear, like Chuck.
Rich's dolphin is like a car with bad brakes. Dolphin.
Oh God. Oh shit. Yep. So the dolphins are like yammering at Rhea. Rhea's yammering back at them and dolphin. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reggie, you gotta ride Chuck.
I'm sorry. What? Is that like riding the front of the dolphin? What does riding Chuck mean?
It's one of their names.
And I think that they're all just like talking, you know what I mean? They're like, oh no, now he's complaining about Chuck. Chuck, you
What
always
are
get the
the
shit
rest
out of
of
the
their
chick. Chuck's
names,
like,
Rhea?
I don't understand why I always gotta do this. Always I gotta take the big ones. It's not fair.
What are all your names?
I'm Chuck, that's
I'm Red.
Dennis. This is Yembadea, and this here's Moonbrita.
Okay, Yambanea, Moonbrita,
Yep.
Dennis.
Yeah, and Chuck. Yeah.
Okay. Great. That's so good. That's great. Great names. Riz, can you talk to them?
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
yep. Just comes with the
Okay.
territory.
Yeah. Okay. I'm so excited to get on to ride with you, not on you. I'm gonna say with you. But like, how does this work? Where are we going? Like, I can't go. You're not gonna go underwater, right?
Oh no, we don't have to go underwater unless you want to go underwater. We can go underwater for a little bit at a time. You can hold your breath, right? I mean, we have to hold our breath. It's really actually we can't breathe water. We don't have gills. We're not really fish.
You guys want to go underwater?
We're not going to drown you. We've
Just
done
for a
this
little bit.
before.
They're
We
not
won't
gonna
drown
drown
you.
you.
Don't worry
Nope,
about it.
we do not.
Okay, I mean, if I'm not
Just
gonna
like
drown,
dips.
that'd be fine. Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah,
dips.
sure.
One.
Oh, do you guys know any evasive maneuvers?
Oh yeah, we know
I
evasive
love
maneuvers. We know
evasive
evasive maneuvers. But oh yeah, we have to do it all the time with the sharks. There's so many sharks down here. All these sharks all over the time. So all the time.
You don't tell Reggie, and Reggie, you just hear like beep, 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 Reggie.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I keep hearing them say the word. What exactly does mean?
That is friend. Yeah.
Ah, very well.
Oh,
So when I hear the word, it means friend.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Okay, let's go.
I'm gonna die. Okay, and so with that, Reese like walks into the water about up to his knees, and he's like shows you, I think he situates each one of you. It's like the guy at the amusement park who's got to put the kids into the roller coaster and like check the rail. He like seats each one of you on it, is showing you like, okay, hold the dorsal fin, don't pull too tight. They can feel it. They're actually very sensitive. You don't want to bend too hard. They're gonna steer. They won't drop you. Don't worry. Make sure. Oh no, tie that down. You're going to want to tie that down, And so he gets you all situated. Chuck's a little squirrely. Reggie, I'm not sure how you feel about straddling a dolphin after your experience with the shark, but they get you situated.
Yeah. I mean, Reg is like reasonably aquatic, right?
Okay.
So like
yeah.
he kind of floats a little bit. Oh, not all of his weight is like bearing down on this dolphin.
Yep. I have thought about this a number of times as I put you on the water planet of like the hippopotamus and the turtle person, like going to the water planet felt on point. And so with that, each of you kind of like saddles up on these dolphins without actual saddles. And with that, they turn and slowly begin kind of like undulating. And I think they're like still talking to you, Ray, like, oh, isn't this so cool? We love this. This is so cool. We never get to show anybody around this part of the woods. It's mostly just us and this guy. And he's all right, but he really doesn't like us too much. He doesn't like to talk all that much. Chuck's always got something to say. You should come visit. I mean, you can meet my kids. They would love you. They would love to meet you.
Meet my kids.
It's so cute. Yeah.
And I think with that, they like take off, surging across the top of the water, right? The water is like spraying back in your face as you're clearly like getting drenched, you're getting like very wet. But over the course of like what amounts to about the next hour, you like swim on the back of these dolphins as they're like cutting across the waves. I think that there's a few points where they're like, before like Speak with Animals wears off. How long does it last, Grace?
10 minutes.
Okay, so just before it wears off, they're like, your friends wanted evasive maneuvers, right? Evasive maneuvers. And I think that the dolphins all start like jumping and like surging. There's a point where like you're underwater, like spiraling around. You're doing like sideways things. You guys are doing like the donut thing. I think they put a whole bunch of like mackerel into a school with the little circle of air bubbles. They're doing like all kinds of dolphin techniques. It's quite an event.
It's amazing.
Reginald's exhausted by the end of that.
Yeah.
And it's with like that whole like cacophony of dolphin like evasive maneuvers and the whole deal that a lot of you end up back. Oops, let's get rid of all this. At the ruins
of the Tiefling Tower.
I think Lux, like as they get there, she's like, oh, that we were here before.
Yeah.
You sure were. And so as the dolphins like bring you up to the short side where there's all these kind of vines hanging down over the edge, you're able to kind of climb up from down over the edge. It's like a good like steep kind of ascent to get back up onto this platform where the shattered statue is and this kind of ruined sigil on the ground. And I think with Reese down with the dolphins in the water, he's like, what say you? I'm not
I think
sure.
Lux, like, almost like Rhea having talked to the dolphins, Lux gets out of the water and is like, her eyes are really wide and she looks really crazy. Her hair is like really wet, but like it's just it's everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, that was so fun. I've never done anything like that in my entire life. That was so great. Oh my goodness, I want to do that forever. That was so fun. We were up in the air and then we were down below and they were like spinning around a bunch and then it was like evasive maneuvers. They were doing evasive maneuvers.
Oh my God, you speak just like them. I wish you could talk to them. Ray is like thanking them each individually with speech of beast and leaf. It's a very limited communication, but
But they like get the gist, and they're definitely like, oh yeah, no problem. We should do this again. You guys are great. This was so fun. But you don't really like you kind of getting the cadence now that you have an understanding, but like you don't have the words as clear as before. And so I think with Reese in the water, he's like, I don't know if you would prefer I remain out here and watch your backs, or what you think.
So, what's our plan right now?
My plan at the very moment is to dry off, and he uses the prestidigitation that he definitely used as cantrip formulas and wasted that because he knew he'd need to get dry.
Yep. Hey.
If I'm kind of understanding correctly, it seems like if they want to lure Zahagwins away from the portal, we can't fight this underwater fight unless I'm missing something. They have the ability to help us out. I don't think we can do that, but we could fight the Sahagwin that they lure away, giving them an opportunity to take the portal.
I think he says. I think he says while he's like down there, like treading water. We have some enchantments we could use to ensure that some of you could breathe or swim that deep. And with the apparatus itself, it's rather formidable. It's no war machine, but it will keep at least some of you well defended against anything that might attack against you.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. I just didn't, so let's do that.
So just to clarify, we are going under the water.
Yeah.
I think he says these ruins, he says the apparatus should be below. I have not explored this place in many years, but this is where it remained. If you would like, I can delve into it with you, or I can stay here and watch your backs. Make sure nothing comes down the stairs after you.
Which is a bigger threat?
I mean, a watch. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. You give us a code word.
Well, what good is alerting us of more danger if we're in the process of dying?
We'll each have a code word.
I do not understand how your mind works, but one day I should hope to.
Okay, you want it? You can. He can come. You can.
No, I'm certainly.
No,
I don't know. I'm not myself. I'm just. It is. Okay. Well, whatever you.
You can come with us. No, you're right.
No. I think Reese should stay up here and watch.
Okay.
Oh,
for sure.
Very well.
I think we should have a look out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Reese, what's the code word you're gonna yell if we need to come up?
Danger or
danger. That's good. And then if we need you to come downstairs, we'll yell.
Come downstairs.
Yes.
Help would be even a more succinct word. If
help.
You want just a single word, that's the one that I would have chosen.
Assistance.
Very creative, but.
Oh hell!
Well,
I was thinking pineapple,
somebody,
but that's fine. Yeah, I thought a
like,
code.
Because what if there's like somebody that comes up and like takes is like
then, yes,
I bet they had a code word.
Pineapple then pineapple yes, and I will say.
Do you know what a pineapple is?
No, I will
Doesn't
say.
Matter. Doesn't matter.
Snake.
Seaweed. Oh
yes, yes. Okay. Seaweed snake. Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We have code words.
Yeah, that's better.
All right.
Make sure you don't talk about snakes. Like if you we're gonna go. All right.
Yep.
I fear that we're just delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
It's the impression that I was getting. Yes, quite a delay.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. As we head downstairs. Whatever may be down here, at the very least, it's not a shark. That's all I care about at the moment.
What order should we go down in? I don't have dark vision.
I don't either.
I don't think any of you do.
Allow me to assist. And Reg pulls out his continual flame.
Cool.
Okay.
You want me to be at the front?
I don't know. How's your vision?
No, yeah. I can see now though that you got that thing.
In general, just are you quite capable of recognizing? You should go first. Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty perceptive if that's what you're getting at.
Okay. So Rhea, Professor, Lux in the back.
But by the mere fact that I hadn't noticed, it should be clear that I am not.
So with that, you begin to descend down the twisting spiral staircase. You pass the kind of like site where you fought the strange pudding that attacked you when you were here the night before, heading further down. And as the spiral staircase hits a flat kind of bottom, there's like a few inches of water ankle deep that you splash through as you see a narrow hallway with another set of stairs kind of slowly descending straight in front of you. And with Rhea at the lead, the professor in the middle, and Lux in the back, so you walk. As you approach the bottom of it, Rhea, you can see that you could turn left or right. And then there's another short, like tiny little like 5-foot section of stairs leading further down into a like kind of large chamber out in front of you.
Should we just go straight? I'm like whispering in case there's like speaking anything. Yeah, we'll just go straight.
Okay.
And keeping an eye out on. I don't know.
Got it.
Danger. Oozes especially.
Oh yeah. So as you begin to like make your way down into this second room, you see around you these like kind of magnificent tiled walls. Many of the tiles have long since like fallen off. The place is in disrepair. You see that you're standing on a landing, and then the floor like in front of you drops down, almost like you're on a stage. Off to your left and right, where you're seeing these stars on the map, there are in fact like these very sort of intricate like mosaics set into the tile floor itself. And as you walk up to one, do you speak the language Infernal?
No.
Okay.
Almost certainly not.
Speak a lot of languages, but that's not one.
You see this like sigil, this writing underneath it that is very evocative to you of like this stuff you've seen Asturias write, even like footnotes that they've put in their diplomacy handbook and stuff like this. Yep. And then there's this big pool of water in the center of the room, down in like the lower area. On the back corners, like the tiles themselves, you get the impression that they almost depicted scenes once upon a time, but too many of them have fallen away for you to really like perceive what was here when they were originally put up. The water in like this central pool is kind of rippling slightly dark, the light like reflecting up off of the surface of the water. And then you see a door in the far side of the room.
Pretty cool, huh?
What's it smell like? Reggie would like to open his nostrils and smell.
Why don't you make a perception check for me? It's briny and salty, to be sure.
-1.
Right. It's interestingly absent of a lot of like the odor that you found when you were down beneath Warota with all the chokers and like that stinking deep scion and stuff and the dark mantles. It doesn't smell like that. That place was almost like acrid with a little bit of guano, but there is a smell of rot, very like thin, but like you've smelled rotting things in the air. And I think as a lot of you look around in this room, you realize like scattered on the floor all throughout, there's like refuse of like there's like bits of bone, there's lots of broken crab shell. I think you see little bits of like rotted kind of fish and meat around the edges of the room.
Okay. Should we try that door?
Yeah, it seems.
I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I mean,
We can check it for traps.
I think Reg is like looking down at the water.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, let's just maybe avoid that, like,
'cause it's
pool, I
rippling?
think.
yeah.
Well, because it's
It's
here.
moving. It's moving, but it's normally a body of water, like a pool just doesn't ripple. Just I don't know if we would have pools. A pond, a pond doesn't just ripple for no reason.
There needs to be something thrown in it.
Yeah. Can I pick up, like, is there like a bone
Mm-hmm.
or like a rock? I'm gonna chuck it in the water.
Throw it into the water.
I didn't say throw something in it. I was responding.
It's a test.
We see like the splash, the water rippling. There's a moment. Are you guys hiding? Is that what's happening? Are you making stealth
Yeah, like-
checks?
Well, just like Lux like tells him, there's like
It's like
there's
done.
this little ledge, so she like just bend down.
Is it a but like we're up on the
Yeah,
stage.
yeah.
Yeah, so just like
Okay. Yeah.
just get down.
I'm so tall though.
Yeah, Reg is gonna.
I
try
know
and
you both are
squat.
like
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi behind us.
You're like duck, Lux. You're like so down close to the ground, and you look and you realize you have the two biggest people on the ship with you.
I'm like,
You just
I'm
like,
already
oh.
ducking because of the sea.
What are we hiding from?
I don't know, just to be stealthy in case something comes out. I don't know.
Well,
Like back up.
yeah.
I don't know, back up.
At this
Just
point,
get
that
down.
like the water starts to ripple a little bit more, and then it's suddenly like it splashes up, surging into the room as out of the water, this like gigantic looking crocodile is like it's like jaws clapping closed as it like circles around for a minute.
Oh, thank goodness, it's just a crocodile.
Yeah, better up here than if we walked by it and it jumped at us.
And I think
Is it aggressive?
I think that it does like it like sniffs and turns looking up, and I think it starts to like pull itself slowly out of the water. It's like eyes on you guys, like
No.
Okay. What? One moment. Just give it space.
Yep.
It has not shown itself to be aggressive at us yet.
Oh.
Yeah, it is.
and I think it's
Well,
like
maybe
turns
we
to
can
like
just walk
looks at
past
you.
it.
You want to leave? You want to go?
Yeah, maybe we can just get right past it.
Okay, it's
It can't
walking
get through
right
that
towards
doorway.
me.
There's no way it can fit through that doorway.
It starts like pulling its way
Okay,
up
run though,
onto the
dash.
dais.
That's the plan.
Are you guys gonna run?
Yeah.
You guys run?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, to the door.
Like if it's coming out the one side of the pool, we're just like running the other direction.
Well, so wait a minute. Like, just clarify for me. You guys are gonna run like in a loop
wanna
around
run-
the room?
run down here.
Keep
I feel
the
like-
pool between
Yeah.
the crocodile and the people. Although I do think Reg is in the back because he was like the last to catch on to this plan for
Yeah.
sure.
Uh-huh. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna have you do. Let's have each of you make either, let's say, an acrobatics or an athletics check to like get you like running around the room fast enough to beat the crocodile.
I thought you were gonna put us in initiative.
Oh,
and it's like-
sick.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All
I
right.
was
Come on,
too,
croc
but like I
around the
like
clock.
this
Let's-
plan.
Come on.
Please.
Hey,
Oh,
that's really not that bad.
Okay. So you guys
Reg
like
is the
run,
last.
and Reg is the last. Let's see what it rolls.
Come on. That one, baby.
Yeah, really.
That one, baby.
Oh! With that, like, Rhea takes off running down the stairs, like, Lux right on her heels, and the professor, like, oh, and, like, darting after them. It's like, Rhea, I think you hurl the door open when you get here, right? And you can like dart into the other room. Lux, you follow after, and it's like an instant. It's like on your heels, Professor, as you dart through the door. But you're gonna like slam it back closed.
Yeah.
Old school Reggie, slam the door, body back against it.
Yeah, we love that move. We love that move. So you slam the door, throwing your body against it, as you hear like. just the sound of claws scraping against stone from the other side.
I was wrong. I will admit when I'm wrong. I apologize.
Oh, it's good. We made it.
For now?
Yeah.
And I think as you're standing there leaning against the door, Reggie, after the scraping, you hear like thump, 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 whoosh. The sound of like something slipping back into the water. So, as you find yourself now in this second room.
What an encounter.
That was
Sorry.
funny. As you find yourself in this second room, you see you're again, like you're on this kind of almost like a raised like dais, right? There's a step down into this like recessed floor. There's these two stone benches on the edges and what looks like a small kind of like stage on the far side of the room. But sitting in the very center of the room is this massive, it looks like barrel. It seems to be made mostly of like iron and steel, and it's just laying there on its side on like one edge.
It looks like knock on it, like put her ear. Like, does it sound hollow?
Yeah. Dong, dong, dong.
The heck?
Can I, I guess you touch it. I want to I don't want to move it necessarily. I want to see if it's on anything. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a spout? Does it have a button or something?
Roll an investigation check for me, Lux.
20 then.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, as you start looking around the back of it, give me 1 second. I just need to double check my health.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you start...
Looking at barrel stats.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. As you start looking at it, Lux, you see that it looks like the whole back end of it, like the bottom of the barrel, has a hinge mounted in that it would open up. But you don't see a button or anything like that yet. And I think it's at this point, Rhea, that you hear a sound of skittering, the sound of little claws scurrying across the stone, coming from the far sides of the room.
Yeah, it's skittering, yeah. Things. Which direction? I'll point.
Both directions, ironically. You hear it coming from the left and from the right. And I think it's at that you guys see light.
I don't hear anything.
You see light emanating from both edges of the room. Over here and over here, coming out of these doorways.
Yeah.
We'll say Reg at least stood up and went and stood back and as looking at the door.
Switched. I get these mixed up.
Whoa.
So,
yeah. So fast.
That's so fast.
You see them?
And so as you guys are peering, what you see, first, coming in front, a rat, steps out that looks big and hulking. It's almost as big as old Ben. It's and as it looks at you, the torchlight reflecting off its eyes, you just see all this scab and kind of pus and mucus. It's got this drool glistening on its mouth, and then the light shimmers, and from behind it you see this teeming mass of much smaller rats with this light just glimmering out of their little tiny brains that are transparent from their skulls. It's almost like their heads have just been popped off like little hemispheres, and their brains are exposed, emitting the soft blue light. Explosing brain rats. And with that, I'm going to say to you guys, roll initiative.
Would Reginald recognize these in any way?
Yeah, go for it. Make an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay, we're going to do initiative first.
He's right before, there could be someone familiar.
There we go.
What?
There we go. Okay. Like I said, I was due a good initiative. Okay.
Mhm.
Now Arcana.
Yeah, remember
you
last
said?
time when we rolled really good initiative, and then we
Yeah. Yeah, and then I was like, I don't think I should go first, and we're just like, so you're going last. It's like I don't think that's what I said, but like, yeah, okay, that's fine.
I don't think that's what I said.
Okay, here's my Arcana. I'm just slightly above average.
Okay, so you think that you know cranium rats. You've heard about these things before. They're cranium rats. They're kind of fucked up. They might have psychic abilities.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Just
they
the
are
swarms are cranium rats. The big ones are just like big diseased rats.
That doesn't help me. I don't know what those are.
God, your thoughts? I don't know.
Great. Love it.
And with that, Professor, you may act first.
Shnikes. What to do? How much to spend? How much to spend? I think he is more concerned about. Oh, I know what I want to do. I now know what I want to do. Okay, that's easy peasy. Okay. I think what happens is Reginald. I think what happens, like Reginald has his perpetual flame out, right? That's hanging around. It's like looped around a button and hanging down. And I think what happens is he then just like reaches into that continual flame, taking no damage, but emerging with a handful of fire, which he then expands as he kind of throws it in the direction of the cranium rat near him. And I will create a flaming sphere.
Ooh.
And any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet of the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. And I think what he is going to do is place it 10 feet away from him, between him and the rat. So why, you on the map can figure that out. So he's not right next to it, but the rats might be if they come attack him.
Okay, got it.
Because it's when they end their turn, and he's smart. He's tactical. He's thinking ahead.
Got it. So you just want it like 10 feet away. Got it. So if they step in, they're going to be on the other side of it. Yep, gotcha. Awesome. Okay, Professor, that's your action.
Yeah. Do I want to be here? Yeah, I feel like this. Did I want that there? Yeah.
You wanted it like 5 feet away from you, so if they come up and try to attack, is that what you wanted?
Yeah, I just want it to be. I just don't know what side they're going to attack from, so
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be right next to me.
You now should be able
Got
to
it.
move it if you want, Troy. So you can put it wherever you need.
I think what I'm actually going to do for Shnikes is here,
Okay.
and we'll see what happens.
Okay. You got it. Raya, you're up on 19.
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to stand. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at
And I will move 1 square left.
the farthest one away from me. Let me just 120 feet. Yeah,
You got it. Left or right?
left.
Okay.
21.
21 hits easily.
Yeah.
15
Ooh.
points of radiant damage.
Yeah, sick. As the beam hammers into the mass, and a whole series of rats and they just die, right? The rest kind of wreathed in this dim, glowing green light, granting advantage of the next attack against them. That's your action.
Yeah. I'll move in front of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and you step in front of the big
I'm
guy.
assuming, I guess I just had I feel like an initiative, I had my trident out, yeah?
Mhm.
But then can I pull out my shield this turn?
Sure.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jeez, you gotta step on the keyboard, cat. Yeah.
Rich, I just reread the spell,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm just learning for the first time. I didn't realize that I could like slam it in when I initially cast it.
Oh, you can. I always forget. You can ram the sphere into a creature and make them take it. Yeah, right there. Yep.
Do you mind if I do that?
Nope.
Okay, so can we retroactively? I created it there, and then I'm like, ah! And then slams it into the closest big rat. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw now.
You got it. So this big giant rat in front makes a dex save. Oops, it's set to whisper, but I rolled a 12.
That's a fail. It's going to take 2d6, which I get up the spell in a minute, but I'll just roll now. It takes 11 fire damage.
So legit, like as the ball rolls into the first rat, I think we just hear it like as its fur like catches in this conflagration, and the rat dies. The like big rat like burns up. The swarm behind it like hissing, their little brains like glimmering with this blue light as they all kind of recoil back against the wall.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. So Rhea, you stepped in, you pulled your shield. Lux, you're up.
Okay, I think Lux, seeing this, like, this bright glow, is gonna shoot at that far, nasty pile of rats.
Right or left?
The like one that Rhea.
You got it with advantage. Sick.
Yeah, with the advantage.
Okay.
17.
Nice.
That's gonna be a hit.
And then, oh yeah, and bonus action, Planar Warrior.
You got it. That's going to be 14 points of damage as you're like, the arrow like just slams down into the stone, like sheathed in force, and it like just smashes a whole series of rats into the back. The light just like diminishing off their brains as their bodies are kind of like broken and shattered. Lux, that was your action. Bonus action. You got movement.
I think she'll just stay. Right
Okay,
there.
you got it.
Yeah.
Which brings us to 15, the disgusting cranium rats. Okay, hold on. Right. So, actually, I need for you, Rhea, to make for me a wisdom saving throw. As like they proceed to, you feel these like voices reaching into your mind suddenly. Ooh, sick. 22. You just hear like 100 tiny voices like kill your friends, run, die, drown, sleep, we hate you. It's like there's like a million like voices all at once telling you to do like a million separate things, and you realize like these rats are like reaching into your mind psychically. You're like, what the fuck?
That's not that weird for Ray. So
I guess not.
I feel like I wouldn't even warn the others. Like, be careful. Like, I'm just like, yeah, okay, I'm talking to the rats.
Yeah, okay, I'm talking to the rats.
I didn't even know I could do this.
Unbelievable. And like with that, they proceed to like swarm over the space that you are in, like filling it up. I'm gonna make them bigger. They're not. It's just so that we can see it easily, right? Okay,
Sure.
Cool. And then the diseased one is gonna try to bite you with advantage.
You.
Oh, diseased one.
19.
Mm.
That just hits.
So you take 3 points of damage. And I need a con save, DC 10.
Come on, Rhea.
Diseased giant rat, for anyone
Gross.
tracking at home, the name of that creature.
Diseased giant rat, indeed.
Yes.
11. You are not diseased, Rhea. You fight off the disease. As like these rats are coming for you, Professor, and they're gonna try to do the same thing. You feel their little minds reaching into your own. And they're like, burn your friends, quit your magic, eat till you die, drown, sleep, run, flee, surrender. You are not subjected to confusion as they like swarm over the space that you are standing in. And amazingly, these little bastards seem smart enough to skirt the edges of your fiery ball.
Okay.
Amazingly. As they like are teaming up against your legs, kind of washing over your feet, beginning to try to like nibble and bite at your extremities. Professor, you're up.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be able to hit them with the flaming sphere while I'm in the same space as them.
Probably
correct?
not. Yeah, yep.
So I think Reg is going to like attempt to use his movement to shake off the rats and move away from them.
You got it. No disengage though, right?
Huh?
No, it's not a disengage. You're just gonna move, right?
I'm just like stepping one. Yeah, I'm trying to leave them in a space and have me not be in it.
Okay. I'm gonna shrink them back down. And they do actually, because their range is only 0. Like they do actually make an attack of opportunity as you go.
Sure. Yeah, Reg doesn't know any better at this point.
12
does not hit.
They suck. Okay.
Bonus action slam sphere.
Sick.
Dex and
save.
I think, yeah, that's the right place. That's gonna pass, I believe. Hold on, let me double check what that's my spell DC, but they still take 1d6 damage. Let me see if I can just click this and it'll do it for me. Cast at 2nd level.
Oh yeah, that's a good sign.
So it's half damage.
So 3.
So it's 2d6 and half, so 3.
Got it. So the fire like kind of sears a couple of them. We see like smoking and squealing in the back of the pack as they're like gnashing at you, and you take a step backwards. That's your movement. That's your action or your bonus action or something.
Yeah, that's my bonus action. Am I going to use my action? Yeah, I mean these seem pretty scary. They're getting up in his brain. I think he's gonna like pop off the back of the decoder wheel and cast a chromatic orb. The fire seemed to work pretty well, so he's going to cast a chromatic orb fire at it.
Okay, nice. And you're backing up a little bit further, so you're not within 5 feet.
I'm backing up like one more since I've already taken the opportunity
to attack.
You got it.
Go for it.
And chromatic orb.
15 hits.
15, great. That was just at 1st level. 10 points of fire damage.
Yeah, we see the like fiery orb like blast out of your decoder, like hammering down into the mass, kind of fire licking along the stone, hissing a little bit as it cooks the moisture up off the stone of the floor, and rats dying all around it. Professor, that was your turn.
That's it. I'm there. I'm happy. I'm looking over at Rhea. How's she looking? All good. Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, you're up, Rhea.
I'll stab the diseased rat with my trident.
Okay, you punch out with the trident. That hits
18.
Easily, handily.
One-handed. 4 piercing damage.
Okay, got it. It's actually
those are
still
both
up.
ones.
Yeah, that sucks. It's actually still up as you like catch it with this glancing blow, kind of one tine of the trident, like just gouging off the side of it, and it's like drool just like dripping out of its mouth.
Okay. That's it. That's my turn.
Okay, Lux, you're up.
Another arrow for this massive nasty rats with planar warrior.
The one on Rhea or the one?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one on Rhea, yeah.
So these rats are like swarming around her feet. You like are aiming carefully, trying to like get the shot so you don't shoot your friend in the leg.
Yes.
23 hits easily.
16.
Yeah, Lux, you proceed to obliterate that entire swarm of cranium rats. I accidentally obliterated them from the turn order, which was silly of me. But yeah, you like send an arrow in again. It like skitters along the ground, just kind of like as it does, like taking rats with it. And the 1 or 2 that are left after your shot, they just kind of dart away under the bench, back up the hall, out of sight. Lux, that was your action. Bonus action. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Okay, which brings us back to these little gross guys. And I think that they are going to... I think that they're going to reach out for the professor's mind as he's hurling all this fire into them. Professor, I'd like another wisdom saving throw from you. Well, they're going to dart out of the fire and come towards Lux here. 20. Awesome. So you hear these voices in your mind suddenly, and they all synchronize like, burn the tall one. And they try to dominate you, but it doesn't work. So yeah, no problem. They suck. They've run over into Lux's space. Professor, you're up on 25.
Well, now that's not a very productive conversation. I think. Let's see what happens. That's too far. Goodness.
Do it.
Would I have any sense, based on my knowledge of cranium rats, how they respond to psychic damage and psychic energy?
Oh, good question.
Like you mentioned that I know that there's some, yeah.
I think that you think that it should be effective,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
you know that they're able to like defend from like intrusion into their minds, but not from straight up like damage to their minds. Right? They're not.
Okay.
They're more like a kind of blunt instrument than a sharp tool.
Well, speaking of blunt instruments, I think the professor takes out a bit of like kind of mystical energy out of the weave, and then it turns into like a toothpick, and he throws it and casts a mind sliver
Yeah.
at them. They need to make, well, intelligence, 15. Pretty smart, I think, I would imagine, but who knows? Oh!
Whoops.
Not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob, at all.
Not great,
Thus,
Bob.
they take 3 points of psychic damage.
And they subtract a 1d4 from the next saving throw they make, which I think is going to be now. I think. Well, I will say this. I think the professor like briefly like looks at Lux being swarmed by and is like, and like he tries as best he can to like bring this thing into like to hit, just like sweep off some rats.
To hit them, you want to crash into them, or are you just
He wants to
parking
crash
it?
into them.
Okay, you're gonna crash it into them, so I get a strength save or a dex save.
A deck save.
Yeah.
Subtract a d4.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't even need to, but
Yeah, one does not need to.
it's just for funs. Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Nice.
Yeah, that is
Ooh.
10 fire damage.
That like hurt. They did not like that. And so they take 10 points of fire damage. Rats like burning off and dying. The ones that aren't able to like get right up on you and like shield themselves from the heat with your legs and boots burn, Lux, and are dying. Professor, that was your turn.
Great.
I've moved. That's my turn.
Rhea, you're up on 19.
Trident.
20 hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9.
You punch the trident
Nice.
down and like easily, handily, you take this rat out. No problem, Rhea. That was your action. You got movement and a bonus action.
I'll just move over there
Okay,
a little closer.
you got
Yeah.
it. And Lux, you're up on 16.
Yes. So Lux is going to not use her bow. She's going to pull out her hand axes and just try and like whack at the rack.
Okay.
So in no bonus action, she's going to use that for offhand attack. So first one, ignore that.
We got
That's
it. We
plus
see
2.
you like cast the bow lightly up behind you, away from the fiery sphere, and pull your hand axes. That hits.
I always keep. I have played a warrior on.
That's
too, but
okay.
ignore
It's
that.
just
8.
the 8,
3.
right?
Yeah, and then the offhand attack.
Oh, it's
Nope.
just the 3, right?
Yeah, it's just the 3. It's not
Right,
the 8.
the offhand attack misses as you like chop the second axe down into the ground. The cranium rats go.
I would highly encourage you move. Reginald shouts.
This is
Okay.
the problem. I think both you and the cranium rats have to make saves versus the flaming orb.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah,
they
if
both
you end your
started
turn
their
there,
turn there.
you have to make the
end
save.
your turn there.
End your turn.
Yes. So, I mean, yeah, I think Lux will like heed the warning and run.
Okay.
Like, stepping out of the
Yeah, they try to bite you.
range of the rats. Yeah. Oh, yep. Mm-hmm.
Rat teeth sink into your legs
better
and ankles for 7 points of piercing damage, biting and gnashing at you. Got it, right?
Yeah.
They then...
In retrospect.
Nope.
Who
They don't
knows?
care about that. They tried to use both these things. That is not going to be as helpful as they need. Yeah, they're just like coming for you again, I think. Or they'll actually, they're going to go after you after First Blood. They're going to like keep chasing you, I think, Lux.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deal. They swarm back up over your feet and bite you again for another 6 points of piercing damage because they're bastards, and the professor's up on 25.
Goodness. Slam into the rats again.
Okay.
I need a dexterity saving throw.
14.
Nice.
That fails. The DC is 15.
I've not made any of
take
these.
9 points of flaming damage.
Excellent. So as the rats are like swarming up Lux's legs, she's like kicking and swatting at them with the hand axes, and the ball comes like rolling up, and I think we see Lux like dart back a little bit, the ball like smashing into a couple rats and rolling them over, and Lux, you're able to batter the last few like down into the fiery sphere, and they are destroyed.
Put out that ball.
Yeah.
Move the sphere. Yep.
How long does it last?
That's a great question. I was just looking that up. I think it's like a minute, maybe.
Sounds accurate.
Yeah, it's a minute. Quickly, while it's still up.
Yeah. Icky.
Yeah.
So,
That's gross.
They came down the halls. Still this barrel though.
I know.
I think Reg is gonna, like, based on what Rhea just said, I think he is going to like push the halls with the flaming sphere.
Ooh. Okay.
So like he'd be like, I won't go too far, I promise. And
Good move.
that's what he'd like to do.
Okay.
So Rich, you can tell me like how far and what all.
Yep, you're good. So you push it a bit forward and like get up to here. And I think that what you see, Professor, is you get up into the space. There's a door here to your right. And there's a walkway that raises up into the air leading through that room up in front of you to the north. And I think as you peer into the room, you see off of like the walkway on the sides of the room, there's all manner of like fungus and mushrooms and sort of plants growing up out of this soil. There's like soil for ground, not stone. And then this sort of like bridge leading across to the other side. And a door to your right there.
I don't see any more rats. Simply fungus and doors.
Ah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Do we push ahead while I have it, or get and go?
Well, what about the other side?
I'll be right back.
Like moving a spear around.
Yeah. It's like I like to imagine it's like the American Gladiators, the Atmosphere, where he's like rolling.
Oh,
it.
yes.
Yeah.
It's like
I think it's like Reggie. Ray wants to tilt roll the barrel slightly.
Okay.
I'm gonna do that as be looking at Lux, being like.
I think Lux 2 points out there's a hinge on the back of it.
Cool.
Okay, so Reyes starts to roll it a little bit. You're very strong, and I think we hear it it rolls the slightest bit. Yeah, what are you doing here, Lux?
I guess Lux would go. Is it does it look like it would open the like that. What? Yeah, like some sort of hinge or something.
Mm-hmm. It does look like it would open. Absolutely.
Uh,
Um,
Rhea, do you think I should? Can I open it?
Yeah.
Should I try? Okay, yeah. I think Lex like tries to open it.
you have to. You don't see like a switch to open it up. Like you didn't find one when you glanced before. You want to look again? You can make an
Yeah.
investigation
Gotcha. So
check.
there's like a. Okay, so there's not like a handle. It's like
You
something
don't
that
see
would
one,
open, but we need
obviously.
like a mechanism.
Yeah.
Does
to
it
open
help
it.
if like I'm rolling the barrel so that there's like you can see on
Sure,
the other
sure.
side?
So you're like
that?
granting help on the roll. Go for it. You can
Yeah.
make an investigation check with advantage, even.
Okay. Oh, jeez, wasn't that good? No.
You cannot seem to like find any way to like open it. You're certain that the back panel will pop open, though you're like just not seeing it, Lux. You're like, ah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I can't see anything.
Maybe we bring it. Maybe we like.
Okay. Professor,
You would.
as you are walking down this hall, you see there's a raised room up in front of you, like a pillar in the center of it. And as you're walking down this hall, there's this small alcove to the left. And as you turn, like peering to the alcove, you see a panel in the back, like along the back wall. It's almost like a sheet of quartz crystal has been mounted along the back wall. And then there are two small, like shelves in front of you. One of them is a little bit wider, and it looks like it's got like cabinet doors on the front of it almost. And I think you see like across the top of it what looks like an ancient, like rotted piece of cloth, almost like there was like a runner draped over the edges. To the right, there's just this simple square pedestal. And as you're looking at it, the top of it is perfectly smooth, except for right in the center of it is like a perfect hemisphere, a depression of like a perfect hemisphere, where one might take
An orb?
an orb and sit it perfectly in the hemisphere right there. And then as you turn, like looking to the right, like right next to you, there is in fact a very like thin, like a pedestal almost, a column would be a better word, almost like a pipe that has like a coupling around the edge of it that you could rotate around the pipe itself.
Reg takes note
Mhm.
and barrels ahead.
Okay,
with
got
the
it.
Ball of fire
Got
to
it.
the future room.
The ball of fire.
No, we're barreling.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
You're
It's
speaking.
barrel and barrel.
Uh,
There's your episode title.
yeah, really. A barrel.
Barreling ahead.
As the barrel rolls up the stair, as the ball of fire rolls up the stairs, you see this hexagonal room that you step into. The tiles around this room, similarly, many have fallen off, and I think you see them at the bases of the wall in these kind of shattered, broken piles. But as you look around to the edges of the room, there are 6, not like total columns to the ceiling, but just short, like 4-foot tall columns, each one of which with the perfectly smooth top and the hemispherical cutout, as though an orb might have been held sitting at rest in them.
But no orbs in sight.
Negative.
And in the center
Mhm.
is
a column to the ceiling all the way up. And as you're looking at it, do you speak Infernal?
Of course not.
Okay. There's all...
I speak Draconic. That's the closest I can get.
Got it. There's
I have to
all
say.
these like sigils and writing down the column in the center. And it looks like you can pretty easily, like you're an academic, you could pretty easily see there's like 6 vertical lines of writing on the center column, each one like matched to one of the half pedestals where like that are around the room. The pedestals, yeah.
Everyone okay? Are you okay?
Yeah, just looking at a barrel. What'd you get
Yeah,
up to?
we could maybe use your help.
Yeah.
One moment, please. And he just runs. He continues the circuit. Like no risk, no threats, no enemies. Just
And there was a door on the far northern side of the room. Sorry, a closed door. Yeah,
it's okay. I think by this point, then the flaming sphere is wearing out.
it's got to be that's a minute,
It's
right?
10 rounds. I already had 3 at the start.
Mhm.
Reg can only run so fast. So I do think he's like, okay, you need help. You need my assistance.
Yeah.
Assistance?
Yeah.
Oh, we should
Take a look at this, and I put the hand onto cast guidance as well.
Okay.
We're looking for a button or something.
Something to
some sort of
open the-
mechanism. Yeah.
the
button.
hinge.
A mechanism. This you showed me this hinge.
Gotta open it.
Have you tried just knocking?
No.
Dung, 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 dung. It's clearly hollow as you're knocking on it.
Perhaps it needs to be put in water in order to operate. I don't know. Hold on. Let me just think for a minute while I look around.
Professor, if you want to make an investigation check to search for this hatch or to this
Of
latch,
course I do.
and I don't know. It sounds like they're helping you. Are they helping you? I don't know.
I definitely
I got a
cast guidance.
Oh, guidance.
Not
Great.
just help. I gotta
Can Lux get advantage? Can help him.
Sure. Lux can try to help him. Yeah, Lux is like, it's not here. It's definitely not there. I didn't find it in any of these places.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
17.
Brutal. You just can't find it, Professor. You cannot seem to find anything in this thing. Though I think, yeah, go for it.
Do I want this? You should take that axe. Do I maybe smash the barrel?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, has Rhea tried to investigate?
I think
it?
Rhea,
No,
as
well,
you're,
but I helped.
We have
Yeah.
looked at this enough. We have poured over it. I
The
think
empty
perhaps-
barrel is so
maybe can we
intriguing.
pry it
There's a-
open?
There's a token. It has to be something.
as you're rolling it, Rhea, I think at this
Yeah.
point you've rolled it far enough that you actually hear all of a sudden doo, 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 doo. It's got that dryer sound. Like there's something in there.
There's something in it.
There's
come
stuff
on, yeah.
rattling around as you're rolling
Can-
it.
Is there
Can
a hole?
the hatch? Can I be trying to just literally use my strength to pull the hatch open? Like pulling the. You could say no, but the hinges.
Use my axe for leverage.
Who's Lee?
Yeah,
For
who's Lee Verge? Who is Lee Verge?
Wait.
Sorry, I just watched Pirates of the Caribbean, so not leverage.
I think Reginald just gets out. What if, before Rhea basically does the leveraging. He ain't stopping it. He can't. She does what she wants.
Well, would you feel better if I detected magic, so I don't ruin? If it's a magic barrel, I don't ruin it.
But you did hear that, correct? I mean, I could not have been the only one to have heard that.
Magic barrel.
No, yeah.
But no,
There's something in there.
Yeah. There's something in there.
yeah.
No, yeah.
You can try to wrench it open if you want. Sure.
Yeah, I bet the DC is so high. Just a strength check?
I'll give you athletics, sure, if you're
That-
proficient in it.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh,
Rhea.
Stupid barrel.
You grab all of the back. You got it rolled over now, so the hinge is down flat. It's 180 degrees rolled from where you were. And I think you are finding the seam, your fingers rolling around the edge, and finally you're you guys watch Rhea's muscles flex and bulge, and she's just and something comes loose. And suddenly, bang! The hatch slaps onto the floor in the back.
That slaps.
It does slap. A hatch that slaps.
That's
You peek.
the title of the episode.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. You peek your head inside, and you see a few loose items kind of rattling around. They look like two
Rattling?
Yeah, two loose boots and there seems like, as you're looking, it seems like it's clearly upside down, because there's very obviously two chairs that are mounted in, like, what's the bottom of it that's up at the ceiling, right? There's these two boots, and then there's like a piece of fabric kind of hanging, draped from one of the chairs down. And you see a few, like, what look like loose gems on the floor. This one, like, purple, kind of shaved, like, prism. And one of them is like a dusty rose-colored prism. And there are a couple of pearls as well, ironically.
We'll scoop all those up.
Yep.
I think I'll take the boots.
Okay.
Clearly it's a rat throne, everybody.
And as the
How
rest,
big chairs? How big of chairs?
as you guys are looking in, the chairs are like, they would be a little bit like tight for you, but you could fit in them. They're like medium-sized, person-sized chairs. But what you're seeing in front of the chairs, believe it or not, are a series of 10 like levers all in a row.
Is this?
Oh, is this the artifact? Is this the?
Is this the?
Is this
This
the?
this
Should we just
appears
break
to be the apparatus. Emphasis on
Is this
rat.
I'm not.
little,
I'm
or
not
is it,
hungry.
Is it little though?
I mean, it's like
It's like-
you know, almost 10 feet long. It's like a pretty big barrel for a barrel.
Oh, I thought this was like a little
But-
bit.
Oh, no.
I
It's
know.
not a tiny
Oh,
little
this is-
barrel. I mean, it's like bigger than your tokens,
guess.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So we can get inside of it.
You could crawl and get inside of it. You think two of you could squeeze inside of it
Wait.
at once?
Do you want me to turn it back over? Right way up.
We
Yeah.
Okay, grab all the stuff and then turn it
Okay. Yeah.
right way over.
Okay. You grab the handful of gems and the pearls, the boots, the fabric hanging off the chair. You pull it all out. You guys roll it. Bang! The hatch slaps back closed. It just won't stop. That hatch slaps. And, yeah. So you're able to kind of like
Yeah.
lift it up, and you want to crawl inside of it?
Yeah. Can Lux
Yeah, I'll
get
hold
in
it
there?
up. I'll hold it up.
Okay. Rhea
hatch.
holds the
Yeah.
hatch open while Lux, you like climb in. And it's like awkward and cramped. You climb over the first seat, then you climb over that like second seat into the front, and you're now like wedge yourself down in the front seat. And there's this series of like 10 levers in front of you. It looks like you could push each lever like forward or pull it backward.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm gonna try these levers. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to maybe stand back in case something happens. It's not good, but I'm gonna try and learn how to use this thing.
Yeah. Wait. What if could Reggie? Could you cast identify on this, or is it too big?
oh goodness. One could attempt something of that sort. It could take me a bit of time, and I think he kind of like looks around and said, "Or we could do it on a rush." Ugh.
Oh,
I mean, here, does Lux like recognize this type of layout, like in terms of vehicles? Like, has she dealt with 10 levers just on a board?
No. Ironically,
Yeah.
like there's either much better, like much more clear sort of hardware in the vehicles you're familiar with, or none at all, and you kind of drive it with your brain like the Dragonfly. This thing is
Yeah.
very strange and alien to you. Yeah.
I'm just gonna. I mean, if you guys like, it'll take me really quick to just learn the levers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
But
do
I'm
think.
yeah,
just-
but it.
I
Yeah.
think Reg would turn to Rhea and just say like, I think it's possible, knowing Lux, that she could learn how this thing operates before I could ever finish my ritual.
Okay.
But perhaps
Trust
stand
you, Lux.
back.
Okay.
Perhaps stand back.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
No, I don't want to close it. I don't want to. Because I'm like holding up the hatch. I would be worried that.
You are holding up
Oh
the
no!
hatch.
Step back, Rhea. Step
But
back.
again, you might not. You might get stuck.
No, I'll be fine. You can open it again.
Does it? Can I let? I can open it again. Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. What do you want to do, Lux?
First lever.
What do you do?
I don't know what position it is.
It goes
but she
either
pushes
forward or
pulls it.
backwards.
Dangerous questions.
Forward.
You shove the first lever forward.
Yeah.
Okay. The barrel all of a sudden is like as like 6 legs and a tail fire out from the sides of it, and it suddenly like picks itself up off the ground on like these 6 legs, and it has this huge tail sticking out of
Grace
the back
moves
of it.
her token.
Are you? Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Was that you?
Yep, that was me. That was the first lever forward.
First lever forward. Death implements. Got it.
All right. Okay. Well, I mean, let's just pull it.
Yeah.
Pull it. Well, no. Well, yeah. We'll pull it backwards, all the way back.
You pull it back to neutral and then all the way back, and the legs all recede, the tail like sucking itself back in. It's just a barrel.
Okay. So she's gonna push that forward again,
Okay.
and push the legs out.
The legs like drop
Let
out.
me guess. You pushed the first lever again.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So it's just
Got
kind of
legs
on
and
and
a
off
tail.
switches. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And she takes the second lever and pushes it forward.
As you shove the first lever forward, all of a sudden, like, this whole panel shoots up in the front, and you're staring through an entirely, like, clear, just like the Dragonfly. The whole, like, front of the thing is this, like, clear kind of glass, it seems like. You're looking out the front of it. Like, Ray,
So I can.
you now
so
can
now I can
see
see out of
Lux,
it?
like, sitting there in
Okay.
front of the levers in it now.
Hi. Okay, cool.
Wow.
So, all right, that opens the okay. Third lever forward.
Reg pulls out his book. He's starting to take
You
notes.
shove the third lever forward, and all of a sudden, like, on the side, like from the halfway point up to like the top, panels slide up, and there's windows, like there's glass along the whole side of it. So Reggie, you now can like see straight through it, and you see like Lux sitting in there with the levers with this like smile on her face, like it's Christmas.
Okay. Fourth lever.
Yeah, at this point, these 2 gigantic crab claws emerge out of like the front of the thing. There's like 8-foot long like pinchers that just like extend out of the front of the barrel.
Okay, I lied about the death implements. Those are the death implements.
Okay. Okay. All right, watch out, you guys. Be careful, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
The same
Fifth.
should be said for you.
No. I'm inside of it. I'm fine. Fifth lever.
You shove the 5th lever, and the claws are like
Yeah.
they like reach forward to grab.
All right. She pulls that one back to neutral. Okay. Sixth lever.
You shove the 6th lever forward.
Uh-huh.
Right, and it's at this point, I think that
Oh, no.
I know.
It explodes and you
Yeah,
die.
one of them's a self-destruct
it's at
button.
this point that it begins like marching forward.
Okay. Pulls that back. She pulls that one back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's forward. Okay. 7th forward.
It turns 90 degrees to the left.
Okay.
No.
7th is left. Okay. Okay. She pulls that one back to neutral.
Mm-hmm.
8th.
These 2 little like antenna proceed to like emit up out of the front of it, and they're like boop, and they're each like emitting light 30 feet out or 60 feet out in front of them. There are like these 2 beams of light firing out of the things on the top of it.
Okay, so 6 and 7 are movement. 8 is flashlight. Okay, she pulls that one back to neutral.
Mm-hmm. It's the lights stay
9.
on when you pull it to neutral. 9,
Oh,
nothing
can
happens.
she pulls the 8? She pulls 8 back to like the off.
As you pull it back, the lights shut off, and then back to neutral, they stay off.
Yeah.
When you push 9, you feel the legs pivot, and it goes like this. But nothing else happens. It like points, like it noses down a little bit.
Perhaps.
Ah,
Yes.
swimming. Yeah. Okay. She pulls that back to neutral.
Mhm.
And 10.
When you pull 10, you hear like clink from behind you when you push it forward.
What happened, you guys? I can't see.
Oh,
The door?
we could. We could tell you. Oh goodness. Oh.
Is that the door?
What was it? Do we know? I don't
you're
think we'd be able to.
you're not sure. I don't think you hear something from the back, but you're not sure.
Can Lux, like, if Lux looks behind her, can she see if anything happened?
Nothing seemed to have happened, right? The door
Nothing.
is still like just hanging there, flapping at the back.
Oh, yeah. We broke.
Yeah,
What
sorry.
happened?
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that's 100% what happened. Okay.
You know who can
Like-
fix that? Doc.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. Oh goodness.
Okay, so
She
now that
will
Lux knows what's
be
going on, I think she
livid.
she turns it with the pivot, and turns it around to them and starts going around the room.
But you haven't figured out how to turn right yet, so you just make another left
Well,
turn,
no, I
and
just,
then
like,
another
the
left.
right
Zoolander.
is the back
Cancel.
of the one that
It's
turns
the
her left.
Zoolander.
Yeah,
Yeah, it only
Like
turns
that
left.
right is back
yeah,
of the
right
left
is back,
one.
right
Yeah.
is back. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. And so I think it is with that Lux begins like test driving the apparatus of Hux around like this strange room. And I think that it's probably right around now that you guys catch us sending whoever's got the stone, Rhea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that you are like, you hear the voice of like, hi, how are you?
Oh, you're never gonna
No.
believe this.
Doc, let me borrow
Ben.
this fantastic sending stone.
Ben, you wait. You wait till you meet up with us again.
I can't
And it's
wait.
going- Yeah, it's gonna blow your mind what we found.
I bet it is. Everything that's happened to me since you walked into my stores pretty much blow my mind.
I'm gonna walk closer to Reggie so that we could both be chatting on speakerphone.
Where do we come
In
to
the
find you
background is
guys?
Speaker stone.
Yeah, just hearing this don't mind the background noise. It's the best thing that's ever happened to us.
If you say so, it sounds like an earthquake.
They're currently trapped underground with a crocodile between us and the surface.
A crocodile? Incredible.
Yes.
That's
How
remarkable.
many? Do we have a sense of how many of us could fit in this thing?
Two.
Too.
Yeah. And I think that
And then it can fit. Can it fit through doors, like the alleyways, the hallways?
you think that like Lux is like, I'll get it through the halls. Yeah. I think like Lux thinks that, but like it's probably a bit
Little
tight.
sideways crab action.
It's probably a bit tight. You're like not sure where.
I mean, that moon pool is clearly our way out, and unfortunately,
The what?
that moon pool, that little pool that we came
in the
across.
center, the
Oh,
crocodile.
I have not
pond.
checked the other hallway.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Oh, true.
Also, there are things to examine down here.
Hold
I'm very torn.
Ben, are you all good? That nobody's on your tail anymore?
Well, it took a surprisingly long period of time to lose those guards. Your friend
Yeah.
Jake, well, he did the evasive maneuvers, but it was very slow.
Yeah, that sounds about right. We're so sorry. I mean, but we appreciate it because we'll tell you, it was a harrowing event we had at night. But yeah, we'll meet up soon, I think.
All right, we'll make our way there to find you. Where are we
Great.
going?
We are at the relic,
Oh, good.
The Tiefling Tower.
Great.
Tiefling Tower.
I can't wait to go back and explore there. All right.
Yeah,
We're on our way.
Reese should be on the dais.
I can't wait to meet him.
You haven't met. Yeah, that's right. Okay, bye, Ben.
Goodbye. How do you hang this thing up, Doc? Is this thing... There you go. Come, just give it to me, Ben. No, I mean, it's quite fantastic. Okay, Ben, I'll take it. Waffle, stop it.
You're still on unmute. Yeah, we check out this last hallway. You want to check it out?
Yeah, which last hallway?
I think this place,
Bottom,
right?
the bottom
Sure,
right is
sure,
the one
sure.
that we haven't
Yeah.
yet.
Go check it out. Make
Freya.
a perception check.
Freya. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Do you know a Freya? Do you know?
I am afraid, and
Distant
you are
cousin.
Rhea, and at times those converge into Freya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But nevertheless, perhaps you should take lead on this.
Sure.
As
Yes.
you peer back into this back room, you realize, water. Probably we could drive this thing down through here if we didn't want to go through the other moon pool, because this doorway the barrel could definitely fit through.
There's no Reggie in the room and off to the side. Nothing that's...
Oh, there are many things of great interest. I'm please just quickly come over here, and I think I pull Rhea over to the left-hand side with like the altar and the tapestry and the pedestals, and like explain all that. First thing he does, open up the doors on that little alcove.
Oh. As you open the doors on the
Are we this way? In
Left
here?
side.
Or this?
Mhm.
This little door.
As you open the door on the little alcove, what you find inside is, you pull the door open, and it's like a series of shelves, most of which are empty. But sitting on one, there is in fact like what looks like a leather like breastplate. And it has just sitting right on top of it like a single ring that is shaped like a whale wrapped around somebody's finger.
You take him, Reg?
I mean, I think he just like looks around as if to be like, is this someone else's like stuff? But it's like,
There's only a crocodile in here. It could be Hux's.
That would certainly be something.
We should take it.
These appear to be important, of course. Yeah, I do think he takes it.
If Reese thinks that they're of any importance to anybody, we could give it back to him. You know?
Yes, that makes sense. Speaking of which, nothing else here does. If you go down that hallway, there's pedestals with space. Let me just cut to the chase. I believe that this was some sort of storage or activation chamber for the orbs of knowledge, or at least some of them.
Wow. But there's no orbs in here.
There don't appear to be.
Did you check out that door back there?
No, I've grown a bit skittish around doors, but sure.
I'm not afraid of doors at all.
Actually, there is one more thing I would like to just... This pipe or pole or whatever you call it. It looks like it might be able to move. And I do think like Reg just kind of like, ooh, actually, sorry, left hand, ooh, tuk, 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 and like twists whatever the thing that you thought could rotate.
Yeah, and so as you start like twisting the kind of coupling that's around the edge of the pole, I think that you see the piece of quartz like it like moves slightly. It adjusts and begins to like kind of like move along the back wall a little bit. And I think at this point you realize like it's got a little bit of play in it, and you can kind of like adjust and like move the whole sort of piece of quartz. Not like it doesn't have an incredible amount of range, you know, but it's got like kind of pitch and yaw and the whole thing.
What do you think it does, Reg?
I don't know. I'm not the most mechanically inclined. You know, in retrospect, there was no reason that Doc and Asturias and the bad man needed to stay aboard the ship. They really should have come with us.
Yeah, you know, it happens. We were the only ones to go up top. The only ones to defend the ship. We couldn't bring them.
I feel like perhaps the three of us need to discuss this later on. Are we taking
Team
on...
meeting.
Yes, perhaps we are taking on the brunt of the work. Regardless,
I love the trick. I love it, moving the thing. I have no idea what it means. I'm gonna open this door.
Yes, please.
I have no idea what it means.
I don't know.
I knew that was going to happen.
Rhea's intelligence is -1.
As you throw the door open, you see a staircase leading upwards, Rhea, to a second door.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
You're fine.
But I
you
would
throw
like
the
to-
second
yeah.
door open, and
Yeah.
you see this hexagonal room up here, and it has these kind of recessed corners with these small pillars set in them. And as you're like looking around, you see each one of the pillars has the same kind of deal, this flat top with this kind of hemisphere perfectly set that one might be able to like set an orb in. And I think as you're looking in each one of these little recesses, there is a contoured piece of quartz in the back of it, much smaller than the one by the altar back there.
Reggie, more places for more orbs. They had so many orbs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking.
We do that a lot.
It does
okay. Yeah. Okay. I don't know. It turns the stuff in the back, places for orbs. We have two orbs.
Mm-hmm.
We have
two.
There's so much going on right now.
I don't know. Yeah.
And I think like Reg is like looking between Rhea and then like turning and like looking at Lux, just like I'm assuming continuing to play.
Yeah,
with
Lux is like,
are there any like objects in the room?
Yeah, I mean, there's the big benches. There's a couple of shelves.
Okay, Lux is like going around to them and like using the big claw, like crab claw to like try and grab.
Yeah. Lux is just driving around.
Yeah.
Just
like yelling like a little kid, just like inside of this thing.
Reg, I'm gonna go check the other side.
Yeah, I think he's like, he's just like fascinated for a moment. If you want to go check the other side, right?
Can I open this door?
Sure, you can. It is not locked. And
Carefully, like peek inside. There was ooze before, so
as you open it, there you see it's very like there's a small room. It's rounded in the back, and it's got these two staircases leading up to like a platform that looks like it's facing back this direction. Like if you walk up on the ledge and like turn looking back towards the door, there on the platform, I think you see what looks like an inkwell with a quill in it that is like 1,000 years dried. The like feathers of the quill like almost like petrified, right? Like just sitting here, the inkwell itself empty, and like it looks like there's a piece of quartz down at the bottom on like where the flat surface would be, right? That one might be able to like write on it or put something down there to write on it.
like nothing I can take. It's like in the
Yes.
embedded in it.
Yeah. You can't like pull the quartz up out of the thing. Nope.
I'm gonna take the quill and the feather,
Yep, you got it.
and then I'm gonna go up here.
Okay.
That looks so dangerous.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
As you peer in,
Yeah.
you see it's
Yeah.
this like raised walkway over this like recessed area with all this dirt and plants down on the edges, and it seems
okay.
pretty sus.
Okay, I will go.
Oh, you
And
will.
then check the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as you start walking through the room, like the plants start like writhing and moving, and you're like, nee.
I'm using Shelter of the Faithful to be like, all good, coming through. Don't worry, it's fine. I can speak to plants.
Oh, you can.
Is it Shelter of the Faithful? It's not that. It's speech of beasts and leaf.
Yeah.
Like I very minimally, like, don't mind me coming through.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay, and I think in that case, the plant like chills a little bit. The plants like settle down, like the writhing like eases, and the mushrooms stop surging. And you could throw those two doors open, and you find yourself in like a hexagonal room on the other side with like a pedestal.
All right.
And this is clearly the hallway back from whence you came.
Scoot back. Sorry, nothing. Back into the
I
spin
think
room.
you get
Yeah.
the sentiment back from the plants of like lucky.
They probably haven't talked to anything in a long time.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
Reg, you got there's the room, but I don't know what we do. We don't have. I mean, we could go get an orb later before we leave. We could just like put it in one and see. But I think for now we just gotta take this thing and go. Oh, Lux, I got this for you to destroy. I just put the quill and the feather. It's like on the ground.
the crab claws like grab them and whatever. I think after like you're playing around, Lux, I think you gain a full, total, and complete understanding of what it is that you have come across, as it is in fact the apparatus of Hux. As you are
Rad.
correct. And it's quite a thing, really. And like with a little bit of mucking around, you realize what all these switches do. Unfortunately, Rhea did rip the hatch apart, and Doc's gonna have to fix it because the thing you needed for it to be waterproof and sealed, and it's not. It's broken.
Oh, so we got to get Doc to come down and fix it before we can put it in the water.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unfortunately. And so with that, I think you catch word from, I think you like Rhea, like when you went around to the front, you might have like heard like a voice like, "Psst, are you all down there? Can you hear me? Psst,
yeah.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Pineapple."
Oh, okay, we got to go.
I
Run
don't
back.
Get out.
I know, but it'll be here. Oh, it's a crocodile. But we can go the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a lot of ways.
Do you guys want to come with me through the plant room, or we can go the other side? It's much safer.
So
I have no idea. I've been deep in thought.
I think Lux like reluctantly like climbs out. It's like, okay, like let's go. Whatever. Lead the way.
Did you turn it back into a barrel just in case anybody else shows up?
Oh, true. Yeah. Lux like shuts the whole thing down.
You reset all the levers. There's a lot of like mucking around to try to kind of figure it out. But yeah, you get it all set. The lights shut off. Everything like whatever. The door is still like not locked anymore. But like whatever. What are you gonna do?
I turn it.
It's like a doggy door.
Turn it upside down, right?
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, sure.
door-
You're just like you're pretty powerful. You're able to even like shove it up on its end, Rhea. And so with that, the three of you circling around through the not dangerous plant room, but the mysterious orb room.
Yeah.
Make your way back.
Just
up.
one thing. At some point, Reggie, if you could just identify I just hand him a pair of boots. The boots that I found.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you guys actually find anything in here?
Oh, goodness. Just 1 minute, please, before we have to leave. I'm afraid we won't be able to return. I think like Reg is like going hardcore at this quartz, like trying to like I don't know what got sorted, if anything, while I was gone, but like he is like desperate to figure out how all this works.
To figure out how it works in the altar you're talking about, the like moving quartz thing. Why don't you go ahead and roll an Arcana check, Reginald?
If Reggie takes a bit of time to do that, could Rhea be trying to copy down some of do I recognize that it's infernal, or I think
you recognize it because like it's Asturias's language,
So I would like to if I can copy some of what I trying to just
sure, you can even scribe some of it, right? Like if you want, but sure.
And Lux is like helping the professor, right? Figure this out, right?
I don't know. Are you? How?
She sees he's like moving it, so I think she goes over and like tries to use her like somewhat mechanical brain to like scooch it or like tilt it.
Okay.
Like,
I don't need your help. No,
There's so much scooching in Arcana, you would not.
So much scooching in Arcana. Arcana's really 50% scooching, 50% who you know, isn't it? That's really what it's
when
about.
They're sitting on the floor, like drawing stuff all the time. They're scooching all over the place.
Scooching.
It's really just a matter of scooching
Chairs
and
back and forth, like so much.
You just gotta scooch to get the spell right.
Funny enough, that was the first class the professor taught was Introduction to Scooching.
Introduction to Scooching 101.
For one to scooch, one must first understand deeply.
You're never going to get out of this apprenticeship unless you can master the scooching.
What school of wizard are you? I do scoot. I'm a scoocher.
And
a scoocher, huh?
I am Zolkir
I'm an archer,
of
but that's
Scooch.
fine.
Okay. I think we're officially punch drunk, Professor,
Yep.
with the help of your assistant that you were not asking for. I think that you decipher that this station somehow, some way, is used to convey the information within the orbs. An orb could be seated into the smaller pedestal in the hemisphere, and you have a vision that actually it's able to. The quartz is there to be able to like project some of the information within, and like by operating the mechanism on the side, you're able to kind of like focus and like shift the attention of the orb to different places, literally.
Delightful. It's a like a steering map. It's Google Maps for the
It
orb.
almost is, yeah. It's a very like even in your mind, it's a kind of
projector.
primitive mechanism to be able to like project the contents of the orb.
Like if we have an iPad, that thing is like when your teachers used to bring in a projector.
I
Yeah,
was
the
gonna
overhead.
say, yeah, it's 100%
Yeah, it's the
like
overhead.
the transparent paper,
It's
like
exactly
scooching it around.
yeah.
Like,
Cool. It is really fascinating.
Is it more powerful than what we have on our ship already to understand the orbs?
Yeah, in a certain sense, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
cool.
And we do not carry any orbs on us, correct?
Nope, they're inside the badman.
Also, Reese said pineapple so long ago.
Oh, goodness.
Oh,
yes,
no.
I'm sorry.
Totally go on.
Yeah, I know that's really cool. But Reg, when we help the Tridents take back over this place and they have control of it, perhaps we can return.
We're definitely coming back here. I'm not.
Yeah, we have to get the thing anyway. We have to get the
Yeah, Bratis.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. That's
which
fine.
we should name at some point. But anyway,
Yes.
No,
Everything
I,
gets
like,
a new name.
That's my baby.
The Hawksmobile.
So, I'm a scoochers. And so, with that, I think the three of you, like, reluctantly making your way back up the spiral staircase. You find Reese, like, standing in the top, and he's like, your friends, they've returned. They're circling. I'm just not certain whether or not they're still being tailed, so.
Oh no,
No.
they're good. Yeah,
they're good. Yeah, they're okay.
Did you find it then?
Yeah, we did, but I broke it.
Yeah, it's so cool.
You broke it, of course.
Yeah, none of us
No,
could find.
no.
Of course, you broke it. No, I'm not sure what else I expected.
Freya,
I
we
will
didn't
say-
break it. No.
It just needs a minor tweak.
It's entirely possible that it could have been broken before we arrived.
Oh,
True.
No,
It wasn't, but it
the,
was
the
possible.
hinge just needs to be reattached. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
I
Doc
think
can do it in literally 2 seconds.
he's like
Could have been old and rusty.
just
things,
as
so.
he's like tracking the three of you as you're like going, and he's just like, yes. Well, I'm very grateful for your help. And
Doc will fix it. Doc will fix it.
I think it's at
Don't
that
worry.
point that the camera tilts up from the four of you standing up near the top of the stairs. I think in the background we hear like like the dolphins.
right. The machine guns.
And I think as the camera tilts up, we see the dragonfly like lowering itself down, the four metal legs extended, the wings slowing as it begins to descend. And I think that the camera like just pitches a little bit further until the dragonfly like falls out of frame. And all we see is like clear blue sky and white fluffy clouds. And we hear like waves lapping up against the shore. And I think as the camera like continues tilting, we see this like manor on the hill again, right? And we start to like zoom in and focus in on it until we see one of these sort of open mezzanines, this terrace overlooking the path down the mountain, this winding road with these many trees and their strange fruits planted along its side, and the small houses dotting along the way, and a village down by the coast. And I think that like we see the silhouette of a woman from behind who has this sort of black hair, like tied up in this really like ridiculously kind of ornate like style of things. There's like sticks sticking out of it. It's a whole thing, right? And she's wearing like a gown and I think that we just are looking over her shoulder, and she's holding an orb in one hand, and we see in the orb a face looking back at her of an elven woman with dark skin and this kind of tight curled hair like cropped around her head. And she's just like, and the elven woman just says like, well, I don't know what you think, Ivana, but they're going to figure it out whether they like it or not. Maybe it won't be today, but it'll be eventually. So I hope you pick the right people. And we just hear this voice like return like, I do too. I do too, my old friend. And with that, we fade to black. And that's where we'll leave our adventures today.
What?
Was that solid?
I would like to investigate for traps.
Yeah, really. I love that I
DM
was
traps.
like,
What's the
Dragons.
DC?
yeah, right. I love that I was like, oh no, we only have 3 players tonight. Like, oh geez, and we went 4 hours. This is like far and away the longest episode.
Remember when the shark got 3 crits?
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
that was like a whole lifetime ago.
That was this close to being a TP camp.
That was
this
pretty bad.
close.
It was pretty close.
You know what's
It was pretty
funny?
close.
Like,
Really
What did you have
close.
at the? I had 9 HP at the end when I think you had 8.
I had
Well, there was the moment where we
12.
were both down, and then you were being attacked, right?
Yeah.
And had that gone south,
if we would have
Were
had
you
one
both-
more round of combat, I think we were screwed.
mm-hmm.
oh, we were
Right.
not both down at the same time.
You were never
You-
both down at the same.
Yeah,
Not
we
at the
were
same
not.
time, no.
What's wild is like it only did 1d10 points of damage on that bite, but just the crits, I just was like
Yes.
crit. This is when
Critting.
we talk about like, half of us are DMs or whatever, more than half of us, and like we're always talking about encounter design and how hard it is, because like sometimes the dice just go. It doesn't matter like
Mhm.
what it says, what the numbers say, what the hit points are, what any of that is. Like you start rolling like that, and it's like, oh, good God, now what? Yeah, that was wild.
But I mean, that should tell you something that like you rolled 3 crits and none of us died.
Yeah, it was good.
So-
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm
That's
quite
good.
contented.
Yeah,
that
but
I
you
didn't-
made us fight. We were so tapped. It's like
I know,
My last
I know.
spell
I
slot,
good.
I'm like, okay,
like
all right.
not
It's
full
It's
of
really
neat.
fun.
points.
I'm like, it's so fun.
no,
it's
it's
so fun.
I did. I
but
mean,
yeah.
like, when's the last time we got interrupted on a rest? Like, never. I don't know if it's ever happened, though.
Never.
And, like, I
Yeah.
knew, it wasn't going to be that bad. Just 2 guys, right? The worst case scenario, like,
One
Reese
shark.
finds one of you in the morning. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would have been fine.
Yeah, Reese comes back and we're all just getting eaten by a shark.
Anyway, I hope this was fun. I feel like we
was
got
so
into some
good.
interesting stuff today.
For sure.
Cool.
100%.
Had a lot of fun.
Cool.
Great job.
Super fun.
Awesome. I can't wait
Yeah.
to come back next week when we'll see who else is here that can
Yeah.
dig around and play with your apparatus and explore this chamber of
Well,
orbs.
I was gonna say I don't know who's here next week, but like if you if you want me to come back, like
Oh,
I can
yeah?
come
Oh,
back
yeah?
next week.
That'll lure you
I
back.
am not like Lux is like this is baby.
I
It's
can't wait to
crazy.
see like you and Doc like fawning
Yes.
over.
Yeah.
I hope
The-
Melissa's here next
The
week.
both
because,
of them are
oh
gonna
my
like
gosh.
pile into the barrel. They're both gonna be
Oh my-
leaning over each other to get it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's
Stop it,
2
I'm
seats, right?
throwing
There's
it.
2 seats.
Yeah.
I could just
Yeah,
imagine
but
together.
what is behind the other,
Like-
right?
Yeah,
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was hoping they were
Yeah,
supposed
so
to
there's,
be
like- It's like backseat driving, no matter who
Yes.
is in which
Stop
seat.
Yeah.
I feel like eventually, like at first you're a little funny, and eventually it's just like the 2 of you are working so in sync that like your hands are crossing over.
Yeah,
each other's levers.
exactly.
Like yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know Doc's gonna go in there and be like, "Oh, I've got a way to rig this up to drive it from the back. Don't worry."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his name's Waffle.
Yeah. Exactly. His name
yeah, I
is
was gonna say
Waffle.
Waffle's just there, like messing
Oh,
with us.
good. Anyway, I was excited about this one for a while, and you guys were so curious about what was down in that dungeon. I was like, well, let's go down in that dungeon after we leave, and then make you go back, run in circles. Yeah.
It's
Hey,
great.
But on paper, was it here? Go to this random island, almost die, and then come back. Sure, on paper that's what it was.
Yeah.
But narratively, we picked up Reese Shannon,
Yeah.
so he's good.
You had to get
There was
restratted.
super fun, like I think tonight, like character moments. I think in there. That
Oh
were, like,
yeah.
I loved it. Yeah.
I strongly
great.
agree.
We got to drop the Clancyites and the Dasher clips of it all.
Yeah, we got into some cool lore. We got like a little bit of I don't know. We got a lot of fun stuff tonight, I think. We got definitely some reveals, We're slowly unrolling all this like history that we have, but cool. Well,
cool. Great stuff.
We don't need to be here for 41 hours this time. Grace, what do you got going on this week? Where should people be looking?
At Hold Up Podcast with 1P, we watched Ugly Betty, which I think is it's by far the most transphobic thing we've ever watched.
Oh, wow.
The show. So check it out because it's a good conversation. I can't even remember what we're watching next week, but I'm sure something fun. And follow me on Twitter at Hi From Grace. I think that's all I really got going on at the moment.
Cool. Taylor, how about you?
Yes, Dragon Age Origins on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Ronnie422. And I'm not sure, but I'll post on my Twitter, which is at Ronnie422, to follow me for like updates and whatever. But I think either I'm going to do the stream tomorrow or Friday. So just keep your eye out for that. And also, they're all up on YouTube in case you miss any or still want to watch it. But they're all on my YouTube channel, which is linked on my Twitch channel and my Twitter. So
cool. You'll see it hosted here if you're not paying enough attention. Troy, how about you? What's going on? Olympics are over. What are you doing with yourself?
Olympics are over. Funny you should say that because the one thing I was going to mention is like the Olympics are over.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I watched them much more than I expected to. But we are now 2 weeks away from the Paralympics. So nice. I would definitely encourage anyone who has not watched the Paralympics to definitely set aside some time to do it. Like it's not only athletes with differences who are doing awesome stuff, but they also have totally different sports in the Paralympics than they do in the Olympics. And so it's really fascinating to like see how some of those sports work. And just in general, I would say something that I was able to donate to over the weekend during our D&D marathon stream was an organization that supports adaptive sports and people with disabilities, in particular kids, getting into physical activity, which is a huge way, obviously, of creating community and belonging and other things that are really important when you have a physical difference. And so, as you are thinking about causes and things to support or to learn more about, I encourage you to consider adaptive sport as a thing you maybe educate yourselves about.
Cool.
So that's my like do good in the world message for the day. My do good for my friend message is give Philly a folly and do your Amazon Prime thing here. And Rich is going to show himself a little bit more, but I'm just going to loosen the jar because the man does great stuff, including a 41-hour marathon stream. And he deserves all the support in the world.
Yeah, give Philly a folly. I couldn't have done 41 hours without you guys. It was such a team effort, but it really was like a great delight. Like I've had some chances. I've done stuff like work at soup kitchens and done this and that, but like I'm not a person with a ton of resources to be able to throw at the things that are important to me. And so to be able to participate and bring whatever meager skill set I have to bear to help motivate people to like contribute to good causes. Gosh, I'm so proud. So I just like thank all of you guys for your help making that successful, for certainly you three in the call with me, for all the folks that are out there in the channel like hanging out that stopped by this weekend. Like, gosh, what a thing we did. Truly incredible. For anybody who's like wandered in here and is like watching Dragonfly and has not checked it out, go put eyes on some of those sessions, because there were 9 sessions over 2 days there that were incredible. Like all of them were really, really good. There's just great stuff out of all of them, and I'm delighted to have been able to like host all of these other wonderful dungeon masters here, and like to get to see the stuff you do. Part of like the joy I have of this particular group is like, a bunch of you guys are the DMs that we all work together, post show recaps, and I get to like watch week to week when you run sessions there that are like so different than the things that I might do, and like it helps me reframe the way I look at the game, and it gives me new ideas, and I really love that. But it was an exciting weekend. to be sure. I'm dumping all the VODs for Dragonfly up over on my YouTube channel, which is linked right here on the Twitch, as well as my Twitter. You can catch all of the backlog there.
New Twitter.
New Twitter. I was going to say, you can't just pass over.
I can't
New
just
Twitter, who
pass
dis?
over it. New Twitter, who dis? Warfrat 1625 is dead, because what was it even doing alive to begin with? So real simple, go follow me on Twitter at DM Philly. When you're like, your name is just waiting there for you to take, like, I guess you gotta take it, right? Warfrat the Black Mage lives forever. Thank you, Nate. Warfrat will live forever. It's basically gonna be, it's been my email password since 1995. Not password, my actual email username.
Okay.
Good luck trying to break into my email.
I was like, we gotta
I know.
this.
I just doxed myself. No, it's, and my actual email is Warfrat. I'm not that crazy. The password is actually... No.
It's just password 123.
That's of course
fine.
what it is.
Yeah.
Scoocher.
Password is
always
Dungeons
swordfish.
and Dragons, you know. Anyway, new Twitter, who dis? DM Philly. Yeah, go check out the VODs. Go follow me on YouTube. You'll be able to catch up on all the backlog. And the one thing that I did, like, if you were watching Dragonfly here live on DM Philly, episode 3.5 was a special crossover we did with our friends at Sabotage the DM. So it did not air here. It never aired here. It's up on the YouTube channels. The audio is a little bit mangled and beat up. It's better. I'm getting better at this stuff every day.
A good one though. It's fun.
It was very fun
They are
episode.
fun through.
Yeah, they were crazy. I was watching it back the other day.
You could learn about Flux and Chunk and Gloria. Come on.
Yep.
Who doesn't love it?
Yep. That's what really got me when we had Flux, Hux,
And Lux.
Lux, and I was
Lux.
like, you guys are really just trying to tie me into a pretzel. You know? And then I have a
This is
character.
the first game you played with us, and not the
Oh,
first game
yeah.
you played.
The first
Our
game
game
at
was
the post show recaps
Ashrin,
Discord.
Rin, and Ashrin.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my other favorite. It's like, how do these names happen like that? Anyway, it's not D&D unless you got a couple of really confusing names in the mix and somebody named Dennis. On that note, we'll be back.
Yep.
Sunday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll be back for Kings of Neon Season 2 premiere. Pia into chat, into stream, joining us
Hey.
full time. Come hang out for that. It's going to be a really, really good show. We had a lot of fun this weekend. The gang, the book club went into the sewers and discovered Wonderland. Ooh, it was very fun. Anyway, come hang out Sunday, 6 p.m.
Do
we'll
it.
be back. Bye. That's it. Bye.
Bye.